Surprise stream NFC Championship game. We are just now getting this thing going. Um, Whole family pissed so that they all split off. No one's going out to eat, and we're going to be doing the NFC Championship game now. Let's move over some stuff and get this show on the road. Gonna move over here. Seahawks have won the toss. They have deferred. That is where we are. Who will be taking on the Patriots, representing the NFC in the Super Bowl? Man, this is all tangled up here. Get this fixed. All righty. We got here just in time for the kickoff. And Seattle is going to be kicking this ball to the Rams. Going to be caught at the 5. It is going to be returned out to the 20, the 25, out to the 30, and out to the 31-yard line. And that is where we start our NFC Championship game. What's up, Rex? Welcome in. Yeah, no dinner for everyone tonight. So I sped home as fast as I could in the snowstorm, where the roads were incredibly sloppy and wet and completely white. And got home as quick as I could and hopped on for this game, which will be our final game of the year. We'll be doing it. So a little bit of bonus live streaming action here in this game. And the Rams starting with the football. They're going to run it. One thing we do know is there will not be snow today in Seattle. So we've had a bunch of snow days. Broncos just blew their chance at upsetting the Patriots in the last game. So the Patriots will advance after having their only touchdown be at the 12-yard line. They started that drive for their one touchdown at the 12-yard line. And other than that, it would have been a 7-3 Broncos win. Broncos should have also kicked a field goal in that opportunity to make it 10-0. But Sean Payton decided to get too big for his britches, knowing a snowstorm was moving in, and decided to just go for it instead. And that's the game. Broncos blew themselves out of the water. That was how to lose 101 for Denver. So now the NFC champion will probably win the Super Bowl. So it's going to be either the Rams or Seahawks. We're going to find out who's going to win today. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate it. I was watching the Broncos game with my family. And I wasn't expecting to be on for this game, but everyone wanted to leave after the game was over. So everyone just started leaving. So we headed home as well. And now we're here for a little extra action. One more game of the year. That was a pass interference all the way intended for Nakua, but there's no flag down. I mean, that was one of the worst pass interferences you're going to see. No flag thrown on this play. He's pulling Nakua down. But all right, that's going to be incomplete. We're going to get ourselves a punt for the Rams. We got to get our light on in the other thing here. Yeah, Kate was disappointed. I think her parents were more pissed, and I was the most pissed, actually. I was the one most into it out of anybody. And they're my second team, so that's pretty crazy. Yeah, the crazy part, guys, is I was the most invested in the game, and I wanted the Broncos to win, and really, and they like the way that they lost was just so annoying. Yeah, it's we're gonna have a Pat Seahawks reunion in the Super Bowl here. As long as the Seahawks offense plays decent, their defense got the job done on the first drive. There's gonna be a handoff here. Walker looking for his blockers. He's gonna find a few, get 5 yards. It's gonna be second down. Let me see the scoreboard. Everyone good? Got the lights pulled up. Let's see. We got everything ready to go. Perfect. And we got here just in time, actually. And we started the stream right before the opening kickoff. So I'm honestly pretty impressed that we got here in time still, considering I had to drive like 20 minutes across Denver in the snowstorm that hit during the fourth quarter. That loss for the Broncos is on Sean Payton. I mean, it just pisses me off when coaching does that. The aggressive coaches this year have cost their teams their seasons. They really have. when you're going for it in easy field goal range, when you could go up 2 possessions early, like, it ended up being the 3 points. It would have been 10-0 Denver, and they lost the game 10-7. Once that snowstorm hit, it was over. They had no chance, and you can't do that. I mean, it pisses me off, guys. Make a smart decision. They lost because of that 4th down that they failed, and I knew at that exact moment that that was gonna come back to haunt them, and there it goes, and then that turnover, that lateral that ended up being a turnover, that was the only touchdown for the Patriots. Big pass downfield by Darnold is gonna be caught by Shaheed, way into Rams territory. Big time first down, Seattle. Um, the only team left out of the 3 teams that are left that I actually like in any way is Seattle. So I'm pulling fully for Seattle. Everyone's been very aware that I'm pulling for them to win the NFC. I've been doing it since the playoffs started. They're the only hope left for an actually reasonable, decent Super Bowl this year. That's not Patriots versus LA. I mean, that would be the worst Super Bowl we could have possibly had out of any of the people other than the Eagles. I think the Eagles would have been worse, but yeah, the Rams and Patriots would be the next worst scenario in the Super Bowl. So pass out here to Njigba is going to be another first down. They're going to get inside the 10. It's first and goal for the Seahawks. Hey, what's up, Lane? Welcome back. Not bad for Drake. Drake May gets his first Lombardi in his rookie year. Yeah, I mean, it would still count the same as all the other Super Bowls, even if they won 10-7 in the Super Bowl or something. It would be like the 13-3 Super Bowl between the Rams and Patriots in 2019. I think that's what we were talking about yesterday. But I know that the Broncos would have definitely won today with Bo Nix. They would have scored more than 10 points, that's for sure. Kenneth Walker with a handoff from the 9. He's going to get down to the 6. Second and goal. That was a 3-yard gain for him. Moving the football. Let's go ahead and pull up another tab. I got to make sure that this stream is optimized and ready to go. We're not expecting to even be on here. So let's take advantage of it. We're just doing a little bonus action, one last game of the year, and we're going to call it the best we can. Second and goal from the 6-yard line. And off here to Kenneth Walker, goes down to the 4, and then he is going to spin out of the tackle and get down to the 2. Good hard running by Walker. Man, ends up getting a 4-yard gain on what looked like he was only going to get 2. Third and goal from the 2-yard line. Heard about a Packers player, Ryan. The flipboard? Oh, yeah, I got to get the flipboard back up here. I did not expect to be streaming anymore this year, so I took the flipboard. It's on the ground over here. All right, third and goal from the 2. Darnold's going to hand this off to Walker. He's running to the outside, trying to beat the defense, and he's going to do it. He's just a beast of an athlete, and the Seahawks score a touchdown. They're on the board, and they take a quick 6-0 lead in this game on their first drive of the game. Seahawks headed for a nice Super Bowl here. We can check out this Packers player. Is it Quay Walker? Rasheed Walker. Wrong Walker. Okay. Rasheed Walker arrested on gun charges at LaGuardia Airport. If you're dumb enough to take a gun to an airport, you deserve to be arrested. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, yeah, let me go to where TSA is located and let me bring a weapon. Let's bring a gun to that. That sounds like a really great idea. I'm going to bring my AK-47 to the airport, and I can't bring that on the plane, you're telling me? You're telling me I can't bring that on the plane? Are you sure about that? I'm for sure I could bring a gun on the plane. Anyways, it was in a lockbox. I mean, he must have never flown before. At least he didn't, like, beat his wife or, steal a car or get arrested doing a violent crime. He was just a dummy and brought a gun to an airport. Obviously, you're gonna get arrested for that. But yeah, that's a bad offense. That's not a good charge because you're at an airport. That's federal property. I wonder if that's going to be a federal crime because you shouldn't do that. Green Bay Packers player Rasheed Walker was arrested at LaGuardia Airport Friday morning. Let's get this ad out of the way. Oh no, the ad's going to make sure it's in the middle. Okay. Green Bay Packers player Rasheed Walker was arrested at LaGuardia Airport Friday morning after he tried to check a bag that contained a handgun and ammunition. And ammunition. Wow. The 25-year-old offensive lineman was taken into custody just before 11 a.m. after telling a Delta Airlines employee that his luggage contained a lockbox holding his 9mm Glock pistol. According to a criminal complaint, Port Authority police were alerted and responded to Terminal C, where they searched his bag and found the firearm and 36 rounds of ammo secured in the locked case. Walker, who joined the Wisconsin team in May 2022, was charged with 2 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon and criminal possession of a firearm. His attorney told the Post that the firearm was legally licensed in Wisconsin, where Walker plays football. A. Dallas said the NFL player didn't realize he couldn't travel with a gun in New York. How do you not know this? It was in a locked box, and he disclosed it to people at the airport. He told a person from Delta he was traveling with a firearm he mistakenly thought because he had a licensed firearm and it was in a locked box that he was able to travel with it. We are confident the case will be dismissed. I mean, sure, they might dismiss the case. That's still a really dumb thing to do. I can't believe he did that. Yeah, I'm gonna bring my grenade launcher to the airport, but it's in a lockbox, guys. It's in a lockbox. So it's fine, right? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm in a bad mood. Believe it or not, I really do like the Broncos. I really do like the Broncos a lot, just like I like the Cardinals. So we're gonna flip this board so that the Seahawks can be the blue team. Yeah, and the way the Broncos lost today was just like watching Texas Tech losing the college football playoff all over again. It was just like how to lose 101. And that second drive went really well for them. So they were like, let's not do anything we did on the second drive ever again. Let's not do that again. Um, Seahawks, after this Kenneth Walker touchdown, are going to kick the ball back to the Rams. It's going to be a return here to the 27. That's exactly where they got last time. They probably won't charge him. Yeah. You can travel as you did with a firearm. There's just paperwork and steps, not just walk in and say, yo, I got a gun. Yeah, I guess there's a way around it if it's secured and it's not with you and you fill out all the paperwork and stuff. Yeah. It's probably a real headache. They make sure that they almost want to deter you. They want to make it really hard for you so you don't even want to do it. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Rams. Matthew Stafford. They need to respond. They're in Seattle. It's deafeningly loud, and this crowd is on their feet. End off here to Corum's going to go to the 30, and it's going to make it 2nd down and 7. This defense has been on fire. They're actually the best defense remaining, I think, in this playoff after the Broncos just got eliminated. The Patriots being a close second on defense. But the defense won the Patriots the game today again because they forced that one turnover. I think it was the only turnover in the whole game. I mean, that was definitely a game that we watched in Denver today. It was definitely one of the games of all time. Stafford throwing deep downfield to the right side. He's got Nakua, and he's going to make the grab to the 26-yard line of the Seattle Seahawks, way into their territory. What a throw by Stafford. What a deep catch. Nakua stayed with it. And don't count the Rams out just yet. Everyone thinks Seattle's going to run away with this game. I sure hope that the Seattle Seahawks win so we don't have to watch an LA team. As an Arizona fan, I don't have to watch an LA team play the evil dynasty because then at that point I'd want to root for the evil dynasty. And Drake May winning in his first, Super Bowl, and Vrabel getting his first Super Bowl championship as a head coach. Throw to the right side again. It's Nakua. It's over his head. The play was just needing a couple more seconds to develop to actually get something going there. and there's 8:28 left in the first quarter. You're a bit of a Second Amendment junkie. Yeah, I mean, people who like guns probably are. Anybody who likes guns and stuff. I got people I know who like guns a lot, people in the family who like guns a lot as well. 8:28 in the first, second and 10. Ball's at the 26-yard line. Matthew Stafford is in the gun. Puka's taking a rest on this play. He's not out there on the field. Stafford takes the snap and throw to the right side again to the end zone. This is over the head of Adams. Adams looking for a flag. Ball was over the head, uncatchable, is what they're signaling, and no flag is going to be thrown on this play. It's going to be third and 10 now. 8:23. We got 7 people in the stream right now. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. We're doing the play-by-play for the NFC Championship game. It is third and 10. Rams on the outside of the red zone. Knocking on the door here. It is 7-0 Seattle. As you can see on the scoreboard down below on the side of your screen. 8:23 left in the first. Stafford's in the gun, takes the snap. Looking to the left side. He's going to throw this quickly out to Nakua. It's low, and that's going to be incomplete. It is 4th down and 10. They're going to have to bring the field goal unit out. And Mevis is going to have to come out here and try this one. That play did not develop like he would have wanted it to. And this kicker has been really reliable. The weather here has been weather in Seattle today, some of the best weather we've seen in the entire playoffs. So, I mean, it looks like a pretty good day. I'm not sure what the wind is like, but the flags are not moving at all up at the top of the poles on the uprights. This is a 44-yard attempt. Mevis going to kick this ball up in the air, and it is good. He is good once again. 7-3 now. We get to flip the board. That's awesome. All right, let's flip the board real quick. There we go. 3-7. Seattle is blue, obviously, and they have that lead. Why am I not a fan of LA teams besides being an AZ fan? AZ is probably the biggest reason. Being a Diamondbacks fan, the Dodgers are our biggest rival. We hate the Dodgers. They hate us. Been a pretty big rivalry ever since I was little, the Dodgers rivalry, and it got really heated in the 2010s. So just started really not liking the Dodgers organization, their coaches, their players. They were all cocky. And then they always, come in there and purchase all the best players now. So now they're kind of ruining baseball in general. So it's mainly the Dodgers that I don't like, but the Suns and Lakers had history too, where they were always going at it with each other and had big rivalries. And every time the Suns would make the playoffs with that Steve Nash team in the first round, it seemed like they were playing Kobe Bryant and the Lakers all the time. So I didn't like them. They became big rivals as well. So didn't like the Lakers, but I do respect the Lakers. And then with now the Rams being in LA, they obviously are having a bunch of success and stuff like that as well. What's up, Desi? How's it going? Welcome into the surprise stream after the Broncos' disappointing defeat and the Patriots got so freaking lucky. They better be thanking their lucky stars today, as they are lucky to be in the Super Bowl. They can thank Bo Nix's ankle for collapsing in the biggest moment of his career. Say hi to Kate, everyone. She's cleaning right now and listening to some jams. Hello. Grumpy. Is it? Everyone says hi. You're so nice. Kate said something super nice. How do you feel about the Broncos losing? Other than being in a really bad mood right now, I've been complaining about it the whole time. So you'll probably hear me complaining about it some more in this stream as well. Because I like the Broncos almost as much as I like the Cardinals. So it was a very disappointing game to watch. And that second drive for a touchdown looked like they were going to put up some points and win this game. It looked pretty good. And then they decided, okay, that's over with. We got our 7 points. We're done. I mean, what happened to the play calling, guys? This ball's a touchback. Here come the Seahawks back out on the field. What was the play calling from Sean Payton? I mean, bubble screen, bubble screen, bubble screen, bubble screen, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, bubble screen, 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 run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. I mean, it was just terrible play calling. You didn't get the field goal when you could have gone up 10 to nothing. That ended up being the difference in the game. Then you knew the snowstorm was coming in. You're in your hometown. Look at the weather report. Get the points that you can get at that moment, and then take the game at least into overtime. You still got a chance. It would have been in overtime at that point, 10 to 10, if you take the 10-0 lead. If Lutz makes the kick, I'm assuming he would with good weather. Then the weather rolls in. End off here, going to go for 5 yards to Walker. Gonna be second down. I'm assuming they make the kick, and then it's anyone's game in overtime where no one was moving the ball. The Pats did not move the ball across midfield the entire game on their own. They were punting the whole game. The only touchdown they got was when they started at the 12 and they won the game. I mean, we can run through the stats here shortly. There's probably an angry rant I'm going to make after this game's over and post that on the channel. But yeah, very, very disappointing, frustrating game. My video was partially correct. Where I was wrong in that Stidham video is that Stidham is not the guy. This is going to be a first down to Barner, a 6-yard grab, first down, Seattle. And Seattle's moving the ball again. Um, I'm going to make a video about it where I was incorrect about the Stidham video. Stidham is definitely not the guy. He will not have a starting job somewhere else next year. He's definitely a backup in this league. We got to watch it firsthand today. Sure, the weather was there for one quarter, but what was there for the other three? Stidham played good for a couple drives. The other drives, he looked like absolute dog water. So that was awful. Where I was correct, though, is that the Broncos, don't be surprised if the Broncos win the game. Like, they had many chances to win. They had a lot of opportunities. They definitely could have won the game, and the Pats offense didn't play well, just like I was calling. But then they didn't win the game. They played horribly, made a bunch of mistakes. Kenneth Walker with a good run on first down. It's going to be 2nd and 2 here. Yeah, so I'm in a great mood. This is the cranky stream, just so you guys know. Yeah, whoever wins this game, which I think will be the Seahawks, but you never know. Those Rams are definitely good too. I just feel like Seattle's got more momentum right now. And Kenneth Walker, another good run, 7-yard gain and a first down. I mean, Kenneth Walker might win this game for them by himself. Definitely did that last game. He was getting a bunch of rushing yards, over 100. Thanks, Warhorse. I appreciate the compliment. Or your apologies, your sympathies. Yeah, very frustrating day. But with Bo Nix, I feel like most Broncos fans are at least like, with Bo Nix, we would have scored more than 10 points and won that game and be in the Super Bowl right now, which makes it more disappointing that we lost. But at the same time, also makes it, I don't know, it makes it more sad that we lost, but at least knowing that we could have probably won and that we at least made it close. I don't know, but still, you only scored 7 points. I mean, Sean Payton's play calling was atrocious, guys. After we scored that touchdown, he just let the foot off the gas, and he also screwed us by not kicking the field goal on the 4th and 1 in field goal range before the weather hit, and that screwed us over. All right, let's see here. If LA wins today, it might be another year of just being like, sure, I guess I'll glance at the Super Bowl score and hope that the commercials are really good this year, because that's how I'm going to feel about the Super Bowl this season. There's only a few teams I don't want to make the Super Bowl every year. It's on the AFC side, it's the Patriots and the Chiefs at this point. On the NFC side, it's the Eagles and the Rams. So there's a lot of options out there for people to go make the playoffs with any other of the teams that are available. And we very possibly could have 2 of my 4 no-nos in the Super Bowl this year. And I don't dislike Matthew Stafford or some of the players on the Rams at all. It's just the fact that LA wins everything in every sport, and I'm getting tired of it. So, pass out here to Njuba, get inside the red zone. down to the 17-yard line. That's about 7. 3rd down, Seattle. Alright, let's see. I would be more upset with a Cardinals loss. They are still my number 1 team, but I do like the Broncos quite a bit. Be upset if the Rams win, Rex. Yeah, you're pulling for Seattle. It's very clear you got that, Seattle picture, the Seattle profile pic. I'm pulling for Seattle fully now. I want Seattle to win. Let's go Seahawks. They've been my NFC team the entire playoffs pretty much. Big throw here. What a grab on 3rd and 2. One-handed catch by Smith and Jigba on the run. He got 2 feet down with control with the one hand. What a receiver this guy is. Almost a no-look throw, a one-handed snag. He never brought the second hand in. That's a fully secured ball with one hand. It's now 1st and goal from the 7. Sam Darnold going to hand this football off to 36. And he's going to lose 2 yards, maybe more. Such a great catch. Yeah, hockey, the LA Kings have been bad for a while. I think the last time they were good is about 10 years ago. They made the Stanley Cup about 10 years ago. I think it was against the Rangers. I don't remember exactly who they made it against, but I'm a pretty big hockey fan. It's been a little bit harder since the Coyotes left Arizona, but I've been a good fan of the Avalanche my whole time. So I just embrace the Avalanche as my only team now. And that's a good team to like because they're really good. 5-yard line now. Flag down. Take a look at what this call is here. 2:07 left in the first. On the offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down. Kate's doing that thing that she does when she cleans the house, where she starts singing really loudly, and it's not in like good tune or tone or anything. She's just like, ah, yeah, ah, and she sings at the top of her lungs, and it sounds horrible, but I love it when she does it. I think it's funny. But she's doing that thing right now because she's cleaning the house at the moment. Did you see the Seahawks decanter I posted on Discord? Thought it's pretty cool. I saw the link he posted. I don't really want one myself, so I didn't click on the link, but I saw that you posted it. First time was the Devils, and the second was the Rangers in 2012 and 2014. Okay. Walker's going to get a screen pass here and carry that one out to the 10-yard line. He's going to tarry that one out. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 10. They were really backing themselves up here on the goal here. They can't get a touchdown. Don't be super aggressive. I'm getting really sick of this whole new motto from coaches already of being super aggressive and going for it on 4th down, even when you can get points. It's losing so many football teams games this year. All the games we've been watching this year, guys, there have been so many teams that have cost themselves their own seasons because they got too aggressive and didn't go for the points. We've seen it happen 3 or 4 times in the playoffs alone. Throwing here to the end zone, incomplete. Is there a flag? Crowd's booing. They wanted a flag. There is no flag. It's going to be 4th down. Durant was all over. Durant also wanted a flag. That wasn't illegal hands to the face. That was actually more of a flag on Seattle. I'm not sure why Seattle's complaining. That looked like it was a flag. He did a stiff arm right to the face of Durant. That should have been for the Rams, in favor of the Rams. We're going to call this game down the middle, even though I don't want LA to win. Obviously, I want to try to call every game down the middle. You know way more about hockey than football? Well, I wish I had more to talk about with you about hockey because the Coyotes were never good. So Shane Doan is my favorite hockey player of all time. I remember I once got to take a picture with him when I was in 1st grade. Kick is up by Myers. It is good. It's going to be 10-3. And we are at a commercial break now. 10-3 lead for Seattle. We get to flip it for the 3rd time today. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Commercial break at the moment. We are doing the play-by-play for the NFC Championship and hanging out with the chat. I've been having this thing on the channel, and it's just a silly thing, but we've been stuck at 1,120 subs or 1,119 like for a while now. And I've gained like 5 subscribers in the past week that made it go to 1,121 and then right back down, like no more than 3 hours later, every single time I lose a subscriber. So it goes back to 1,120. So we're in a bit of a holding pattern, 1,120 right now. If we lose another sub, it will ding downwards. But yeah, at the moment, we're like stuck at this one number. We can't get off of it. You will never root for the Patriots or what you call them. What is Cujo? Audio is perfect today. I think I'm talking a little quieter as well. I know more about football, hockey, NASCAR, and motocross. I know a lot about baseball. For me, I know a ton about hockey, I know a ton about football, and I know a ton about baseball. That's like my 3 big ones. That's my 3 biggest things. Yeah, so on the sound on the mic, Liz, I turned down the gain a little bit, so I made the mic less sensitive, and I've been using that for some videos because I was pretty loud in the videos. I don't want it to be, like, popping people's eardrums. I can adjust it in the editor as well, but, if it's so sensitive, everything I do is heard. So, like, if it's more sensitive, you hear my breathing more. If it's less sensitive, you don't hear it as much. I don't want you guys to hear me breathing. This isn't ASMR. Yeah, I'm also talking a little bit quieter because I'm disappointed in the Broncos right now. But it's okay. They had a good season, and they're finally good again, and they'll probably be really good again next year too. I think there's been a bit of a changing of the guard in the AFC West. We'll have to see if the Chiefs make some improvements. That could be a really tight division next year. It'd be pretty fun to watch. In 2012, they made it to the 3rd round. They got nuked in 5 by, you guessed it, LA. Then made it to the playoffs once more, got swept and never saw the postseason again, unfortunately. I hope Arizona gets a hockey team someday once again. I really do. I think that they will because they want a hockey team eventually to be in that market. They just need a better ownership group and a stadium, like an actual dedicated stadium, because that was a nightmare trying to find a stadium for the Coyotes for so long. It was just a total embarrassment to the league. And so they're probably gonna wait about 5 or 10 years, maybe, revisit the idea of putting a team back there because hockey can definitely be in the desert. We've seen it in Las Vegas. So, yeah, and there's been a whole community of hockey, a youth community of hockey that's grown in Phoenix, Arizona, and now they don't have a pro team to root for, and it really sucks, but maybe if we get an owner that actually wants to win something, be competitive, the Coyotes can return to Arizona one day, and I will be all over that because I'm a huge Coyotes fan, and I'm not rooting for Utah though. That's for sure. That just seems lame in general to be rooting for Utah. All right, Rams have the football once again. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Gonna hand this one off to Williams. Williams is going to take the ball to the 38, 3-yard gain. Gonna make it 2nd and 7. Well, every team has scored so far on all 3 drives. We've had a touchdown, a field goal, and a field goal. Let's take a look. Let's see. It's about a rabid dog. Okay. It's also a horror movie. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, we'll check the other ones out after this play. We got 12 seconds left in the 1st quarter. We're flying through this game already. Handoff here. That'll be the last play of the 1st, and it's a 1st down to the 50. Good carry. An 11-yard gain for Williams. Stafford's only 2 of 6 for 47 yards in this game, and we're going to head to commercial break right here. After one, Seattle has a 10-3 lead. We're headed to commercial break right now, but there's no commercial breaks here, everybody, so hit that like and subscribe button. Join the channel. Happy to have you here. Real question is Bonek's ankle going to be at that level? Ankles heal pretty fast, Rex, so he'll have the entire offseason to strengthen up his stabilizer muscles and everything around his ankle and make sure that this hopefully doesn't happen again, because that's the big issue. AZ Youth Hockey is actually one of the biggest in the country. Yeah, and Shane Doan and the Doan family, one of the biggest reasons why that grew and became such a thing, and the whole Yote story is really a tragedy of hockey, and their owner sucked. If they bring the team back, that owner better not be the owner of the hockey club out there. That better not be it. Watching the players that I loved watching, like Clayton Keller in a Utah jersey, is just disgusting. I mean, it's like he got traded or something, but the whole team got traded. But at least they have a stadium and a fan base that embraced them finally fully. I mean, we had a there was a very loyal fan base in Arizona. There were always at least half to 70% of the stadium full every single game in the actual bigger stadium, but, it just wasn't spreading out to everyone else. There were a lot of fans in Phoenix and Scottsdale over on the east side of the city, but couldn't drive all the way over to Glendale, which is like an hour to 2-hour drive to get to the hockey game because it's such a far drive away over in Glendale, where the right next to the stadium was where the Cardinals play. The Cardinals have State Farm Stadium, and right next to that was Jobbing.com Arena, where the Coyotes played. I saw a game there once, went on a trip down there from Texas, and it was fun, and we won that game actually. So I really hope Arizona gets another hockey team. Who knows if they'll be called the Coyotes again? Maybe they'll want to have a new legacy if they ever get a hockey team down there again. But they're always expanding. Leagues are always expanding. So, and especially the NHL has been, expanding with Seattle, the Kraken. They've been expanding quite a bit. So they may put another team down there with a new owner, and if they're good, ooh, that'd be great. But I love the Abs as well. I got the Abs hockey puck behind me. Yeah, 2 teams in Colorado that I like the most, and I've liked ever since I was little. I've always been a little bit split because of the Denver teams as well, but I've always been more of an Arizona fan on all the Arizona teams. The 2 teams I really like out here, though, are the Broncos and the Avalanche. So, got this Avalanche hockey puck. This isn't a real hockey puck. This is just one of the squishy ones, but I do have a real Coyotes hockey puck up here I can get. Oh, yeah, I do actually have it. I'll show it to you guys at the after the next few plays. 50-yard line, Nakua gets the handoff here. We need a 4-yard gain. Maybe 2nd and 6 here. And we are starting in the 2nd quarter now. Yeah, I got a fake Abs hockey puck and a real Coyotes hockey puck. I actually have a real one. Those things are heavy. I mean, imagine getting hit in the face or the neck with one of those things or anywhere, honestly. Those things are not light. And imagine that coming at you at like 50 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour on a slap shot and hitting you in the face. Those guys are tough. Pass here to Adams is caught, and he's at the 30, down to the 25, 23 down. What a catch. Like a 27-yard grab for Adams. He's been pretty quiet in the playoffs, but there he is. Defender fell down, and that gave Adams room to run free. What's up, Derek slash Slovakian? How's it going, dude? Good to see you. Come hang out with us for a bit. Derek's burner account. I'll catch up with the other chat that is above the Derek message after we get done with this drive. 1st and 10, handoff to Williams is going to be a loss of 1 unless they say forward progress gave him line of scrimmage, which would make it just no gain. Stafford's getting low in the huddle on one knee. That's apparently because the crowd is so loud that when you're surrounded by all your players and you get down on one knee, you can actually hear things a little better. That's a smart move. Stafford looking to throw. Throws across the middle. It is incomplete, intended for Adams. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for LA. Or will they have to kick a field goal with Mevis once again? If they can't convert here, they will have to do so. Well, Derek appreciates you sponsoring him on your profile picture. That looked like it could have been pass interference on that last pass. I'm not sure. They didn't call it. Could have definitely been pass interference on that one, but they did not call that one. It's 3rd and 10 from 23. Stafford's dropping back. He's looking to throw. He's trying to move, and he's going to go down. He fumbled it, and it's recovered by the offensive line. It is going to be a field goal of about 40-something. We'll find out exactly what the measurement is here when they put it up on the screen. That was a face mask as well on Stafford as he went down. We've got maybe 2 or 3 flags in this game that could have been called, and they have not been called. That was a face mask, very clearly. It was very light, very short, but that was definitely a face mask. Um, that should have been a flag. Kick is up by Mevis. It is going to be good. Again, he's been just nailing every single kick. Really nice kick from him. Makes it 10-6, and we've had a score on every drive, but the Rams probably should still have the ball right now after that face mask. Not probably, they definitely should still have it, and McVay is arguing his case. All right, grabbing this puck real quick. Real NHL from a long time ago when they had the Kachina. The Phoenix Coyotes. This is before they went back to the Arizona name. This is Phoenix Coyotes. This is a real authentic hockey puck that they used. And it was just a souvenir, flew into the stands. It's one of their hockey pucks. So this is a real thing. Pretty heavy. I mean, these things are not light, but it's very cool. Got this thing here. Let's go back and look at the chat while we're holding this hockey puck. Um, you never seen or read the Stephen King book or saw the movie? You don't want to fear dogs because you love them. That makes sense, Liz. I love dogs too. Now we just need a safety. Let's see. The dog Cujo has rabies. Already seen Old Yeller and ruined my childhood. Spoiler: it's really sad at the end. Old Yeller. I know Old Yeller is sad. Yeah, I've heard of that one. Pretty sad at the end. They've been recalled the damn Coyotes. It's a pretty cool name for Arizona. It fits really nicely. I'm not sure what else you'd call them, honestly. Diamondbacks are already taken. You lost your previous account for now due to phone issues. Oh, that's weird. Won't be fixed now until later. Um, yes, I'll add you as a mod. There you go, Derek slash Slovakian slash Villanova fan. Yeah, that was a horrible face mask, guys. But everyone watching, this is the hockey puck. There it is. Phoenix Coyotes. Pretty cool puck. Actually, I think I'll put it up here. It's been hiding back up there at the top, way up there. There we go. They're in the background. You can see them. That's pretty cool, actually. I represent all my teams with at least one souvenir. I've got the Phoenix Coyotes thing, the Avalanche thing, the Broncos thing, the Cardinals thing. I do have a Rockies jersey. I don't really like the Rockies. I'm a full-blown Diamondbacks fan in baseball. But if I'm at a Rockies game, I'll support them over the other team. They just don't ever win, so it's like rooting for the Cardinals. But the Cardinals have had a better history than even the Rockies, really. Oh, don't worry. I knew that, Slovakia. I knew you were all the burner accounts. All right, 12-11, second quarter. Fake handoff. Sam Darnold's looking to throw. This is the final stream of the year as far as football games are concerned. We'll be live like we did yesterday, talking about things going on in the NFL. This is the last game of the year. This is a surprise game. Didn't think I'd be on for this one, but here we are. Trying to get as many watch hours as possible because we're at about 200 left before we get monetized. So, I mean, every watch hour we get in this stream today is going to be a huge deal to get us monetized by, honestly, early February. We're on pace for it right now. The CJ Stroud video popped off today once again, and it's already at 44 watch hours on its own. Sam Darnold fumbles the snap, and he's going to have to go fall on it back at the 42. You be busy coping. Yeah, the Broncos, man, been complaining about it the whole stream, basically. I'll stop doing that, but if you go back and, if you look at it later, Slovakia, or if you back up the stream, you can take a look at, all the complaining I was doing about the Broncos game and all my reasoning for it. And I'll probably make a video about it as well, because why not? They blew it, and I was halfway right in my, Jarrett Stidham video. They very well could have won that game. They actually almost should have won that game. Patriots gave them every chance to do so. Darnold's gonna drop back to throw on 2nd and 19. He's gonna be sacked. It's gonna be 3rd down. And now the Seahawks find themselves in 3rd in California. This is 3rd and forever. I think that they might have the 1st down marker in the next zip code. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely nowhere near where they can get it probably, unless some crazy Hail Mary is caught here. It's gonna be 3rd and 27. He's had 11 dropbacks and 3 pressures so far in this game. It's gonna be 3rd and forever. They're just gonna hand this ball off and concede defeat on this drive. And the Rams are right there in this game. They haven't been able to punch a touchdown in yet, but they've been scoring on every drive as well. This will be the first drive a team doesn't score. And we're looking at the offensive coordinator, Mike LaFleur for the Rams. He's one of the top 3 remaining candidates for the next coach of the Arizona Cardinals. I would rather, I think, the final 3 candidates are Campanelli, the defensive coordinator for the Jaguars, Mike LaFleur, the brother of Matt LaFleur, offensive coordinator here for the Rams, and then also Raheem Morris, old coach of the Falcons. The only 2 I'm interested in are Mike LaFleur and Campanelli. Either of those guys I'd be fine with. Oh, a fumble on the punt. He lands on it, luckily. Lucky bounce for Smith. He almost gave the Seattle Seahawks a big break at the 10. But Rams will take over at about the 11. You got one job, buddy. If you can't do that at the NFL level, you're going to get cut. Let's see. You could probably have someone encase that in a clear resin square. The light over here, this light, the puck, a clear square. That way you can display it better. Also get a square base that lights up. To be honest, it's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, that's a cool idea. I also have a signed Patrick Peterson Cardinals jersey in the closet over here to the left that I would like to get framed in one of those nice frames with a jersey and have it up in my set in the background. Kate and I are looking at getting a house, so we're actually eerily close to getting one. So in the next month or 2, this might be completely changing, and I might be in a house in the basement in the new Askew Crew cave, and might be doing that, and that's pretty exciting. And at that point, I can really do whatever I want with the wall. I won't have to worry about neighbors, and that's a really fun proposition. I'm really excited about that if we can get that going. And yeah, I'm thinking that we can make that happen. I'll get the jersey up there. I'll get all the fun stuff up there, and it's going to be an exciting time here pretty soon. And I think that might be happening in the next month or 2. By March, by the end of March, we might possibly be making that happen. So it's very exciting. But let me tell you what I didn't expect today is that snowstorm rolling into Denver in the 4th quarter. Of all the things, if the Broncos had had the lead when that snowstorm rolled in, they would have won the game because at that point, offense was completely dead. At that point, it was over. But if they had had the lead at that point, they would have won. Everyone who's a member, be on the lookout for the first members only video. It will be coming up this week. I'll be putting that one out this week. It's just showing my whole set and all the equipment and telling you what the equipment is and stuff. And then uh, I asked Steve at one point if I will be a big YouTuber in the sports community. And he says, uh, likely not. And so I said, I threw him across the room, basically. He got punished. You're going to be busy shoveling. You'll come back later. Yeah, Slovakia is out here in Colorado with me. We're both in it right now. But I don't have a house, so I don't have to worry about the shoveling myself. But if we do get into a house, I will have to worry about that a little bit more. I think that'd be great. It'd be fun. I'd be like, I've never owned a house my own my whole life. I've never lived in a house. I've lived in an apartment my whole life, so it'd be a pretty big deal to get into my first house that's my own. End off here, going to Corum, going to be a good gain, probably about 8 yards. If the Rams win this game, when they're not favored to win, and everyone's thinking the Seahawks are going to pull it off, you just got to look at Mike LaFleur and be like, dude, this guy's the real deal. The play calling's been top notch for him. We need a good play caller for the Cardinals, a good offensive minded guy. We can get a good defensive coordinator who can shore the defense up. All of a sudden, the entire NFC West could be scary. But I'm also going to make a video about the potential drafts for the Cardinals as well. Handoff. I use both of them. You want to use both of them? Sure, I'll switch them out. But yeah, just hand me the cases. I'll do it later. 8:20 left in the second quarter. It is a 1st and 10 for the Rams. 10-6 lead for Seattle. Game's closer and actually much better game than the last one so far. Very pleased so far with this game. Two good football teams going at it in the NFC Championship to see who will take the crown. And it's fitting that the best game of the season was between these two teams earlier in the year. Hand off to Corum. Going to get a few yards, make it 2nd down. You have signed Wayne Gretzky stuff. I remember the era of Gretzky being the Coyotes coach. That didn't go well, though. It did get 28 degrees where you live. Pretty cold. We were down to 8 last night. Just finished eating dinner. Welcome back, Desi. Hang out with us for the second half. This is our final game of the year, so might as well enjoy it together. Steve is for once wrong. Hey, thank you, Captain Rex. Thanks for cheering me up a little bit. I know you didn't want the Broncos to win, but I'll forgive you for that for now. 5-yard gain here on a pass on 2nd and 5 to Parkinson. Going to get a 1st down for the Rams. They're definitely going to move the chains on that one. Steven wrongs a few times, then changes his mind after being thrown as punishment. We can ask him again. Hey, Steve, will I end up being a big YouTuber? Remember what happened last night? Signs point to yes. You're right, Liz. He changes his mind like a biatch. Stand on your laurels, Steve. Pass out here to Nakua. Is going to make the grab across midfield to the 45, 1st down. LA moving the football. Me and my dad had to shovel the snow out of our driveway today. The snow was really deep. How deep was your snow? What state are you in? I'm not trying to dox you or anything. Just what state are you in? We weren't expecting this snow today. It was supposed to be sunny all day. And then that snow rolled in from the mountains like a beast out of nowhere. This is the biggest snow we've had all year. And it's only dropped a few inches, 2 or 3 inches, but it was pretty thick flakes for a second. Pretty heavy. 1st and 10, no gain. Going to be 2nd and 10 now. Ohio? Oh, gosh. Midwest is getting hammered. You guys probably have feet of snow and not inches. Oh, darn. The stream is buffering. We must be getting a storm coming in. You might be, Liz. We have to check that out. You did want the Broncos to win. You were just being realistic. So to keep it simple and to feel the rage bait, I say cheer for the Pats. Well, it keeps things interesting. Definitely keeps things interesting. Hand off here to Corum. He's trying to get a 1st down. He's going to get it and more. All the way down to the 25-yard line. 1st down, LA. They are moving the football well. Seattle cannot get off the field on this drive. The Rams are in position now to get another successful possession with points. And they're just a smart football team that gets it done the old-fashioned way, however it works, and they always take the points. Sean McVay is a smart coach. Yeah, I can be nice to the Rams too. I like Sean McVay. I like Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's one of the GOATs. I just say, like, in general, he's like one of the best quarterbacks. He's currently one of the best in the league. I don't know if you can call him a GOAT all time. He's probably in the conversation for top 10, though. I don't know if you guys would be willing to say that. Is Matthew Stafford in the conversation for top 10 QBs of all time? Or is he more in like a top 20 category? Hey, thank you, Aubinator. Are you an Auburn fan? Welcome in. Happy to see you. Welcome into the channel. We're doing an unexpected surprise final stream of the game after my whole family, who's Broncos fans, decided to split off after the watch party ended in sad defeat. Stafford looking to throw on 2nd and 8, going to get this ball out to Nakua. It is caught, and he is going to get almost to the first down marker. We're going to wait and see what happens really quickly here. Auburn fan, nice. Welcome in. Welcome in. The Askew crew welcomes you regardless of who you root for. Happy to have everyone here. Mr. Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham, both Auburn quarterbacks at one point at least. Bo Nix finished at Oregon, but he was originally Auburn out of high school. Went to high school in Alabama, I think, as well. And then he got picked up by Auburn, signed the scholarship with them. Guess things didn't go that well there. And then he hopped over to Oregon. But either way, welcome in. Williams going to get a first down to the 11-yard line here. It is going to be 3rd and 1. And now that was 3rd and 1. Now it's 1st and 10. Awesome sauce here, everybody. Thank goodness won't be snow, but we'll get 26 tonight. That's probably the reason it's buffering. The internet doesn't like it very cold or really hot weather. There are certain states that just cannot handle the cold weather. Power starts going out, internet starts going out. So yeah, stay warm down there. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Stafford is changing the play. Line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, first down marker is at the 1, and we have a timeout, I believe, called right before the play. It's on the Rams. First timeout taken of the half by either side. That's going to be LA's first. They have 2 left. Seattle has 3 left. Okay. Yeah, Bernader, welcome in. We are very close to getting fully monetized on this channel. We've been going for 5 months here. So we're super happy to have you. The Discord link is at the top as well. We've got about 18 people in there. Been growing the channel very nicely this year. Go check out some of my goofy videos. Go check out the CJ Stroud video, the Jarrett Stidham video, whichever one you want to check out. I'm a Cardinals and Broncos fan. We got a lot of different fans here in our new community. A lot of Packers fans. We got a Seahawks fan here today. Giants fan. Rex is a Giants fan. Liz is a Dolphins fan. I know my community so well. I know all your fans. I remember all the teams you guys like. If I forget every once in a while, then I apologize. Warm with the handoff here. Going to go inside the 10 to the 9.5. It's going to be 2nd down. The ref with not a very generous spot. I think it's going to be 2nd and 9 here based on the spot. They're saying 2nd and 8, but to each their own, I guess. Matthew Stafford, 6 for 11 today for 104 yards. And they're in position to take the lead if they can punch this into the end zone. You're a Bills fan? Awesome. Welcome in. Those poor Bills, man, they're going to get theirs eventually. Mark my words, with Allen, their time is coming eventually. They're taking it to the 2-minute warning. No snap. It's going to be a 2-minute warning commercial break. We don't have commercial breaks here, though. Really appreciate you guys hanging out. And we have 10 viewers in here right now. So welcome in. Tell me how your day is going. Happy to have you here. Liking and subscribing is totally free, everybody. Hop on into this new channel. We're going to be posting videos all season and off season, every single year. This channel is about to take off. So you are on the train and the rocket before launch. So appreciate you joining. Your Giants do look scary again once you get that healthy Scattaboo, healthy Neighbors, healthy Dart. We got John Harbaugh coaching them now. He's going to have a different playbook that's going to work really well for them, and that's going to be really, really scary. I'm hoping that the Cardinals are my number 1 team up, Nader. I love the Cardinals from Arizona originally. Love all my Arizona teams. Cardinals are going to hopefully draft Campanelli or Mike LaFleur. We're watching Mike LaFleur right now, figuring out how to work this Seattle defense, and it's working very well for the Rams right now. I think there's a few things holding people back from wanting to be the coach of the Cardinals, though. So we'll see if we can actually even get a guy like LaFleur to be our guy. If they're good, we're going to stream a few Giants games next year. Sure, I definitely will. I'll be looking for games that are, more obscure, Most people won't be streaming maybe. I'll be mixing it up in the mornings though. Well, there's a lot of games always in the morning. If the Cardinals or the Broncos aren't playing in the morning, I'll stream uh, a different game, a different couple of teams every single Sunday morning next year for my second year on the channel. Liz is a Jets fan. No, she's not. Don't even joke like that, Rex. Nobody in here, I think, is a Jets fan. There you go. Yeah, I've heard people say the same thing, Auburnator, about Cardinals fans. In a couple of my videos at the beginning of the year, they were like, "Look, a Cardinals fan, a rare sighting. We're out there. We just don't like being very loud because it's embarrassing. We just don't like saying that we're Cardinals fans because it's embarrassing." There was one Jets fan who posted a video complaining about his team's just forever and forever, just team being so horrible and how he's done being a Jets fan. And in the background, he's got like 30 jerseys hung up on his wall. And then at the end of the video, he's like, "Psych, next year's our year." And then he closed the video out. I was like, dude, if you want to continue to suffer, go for it. It's up to you, dude. The Jets and Browns are the only team I think it's worse to be a fan of than the Cardinals at this current moment. All right, 2nd and 8, 2-minute warning. We're just past that. We're waiting for the first play after the 2-minute warning. Stafford's in the gun. The ball's at the 10-yard line. Motioning Parkinson. Takes the snap. Throw completed, and that's going to be a walk-in touchdown for Williams. Beautiful play. No one on the defense picked him up. He slipped around outside. Easy touchdown for LA, and we get to flip the board. My scoreboard also loves showing the Rams touchdown celebrations. We're about to see those fireworks. Get ready for that. Make sure that you guys can see that. Get ready for the fireworks. One day the Cardinals will be better. I sure hope so. Cardinals got the pieces. Y'all get a QB and a good head coach. Y'all could be scary. Yeah, the Cardinals could end up being the next story of turning it around like the Jaguars, the Bears, the Patriots. I want to be one of those teams. You got a guy like Trey McBride and Michael Wilson who are just absolutely tearing it up this year. Good quarterback, another at least one really good offensive lineman as a tackle on the outside. At least one or two pieces on the offensive line. Quarterback, head coach. All of a sudden, this whole team could look different. And if our defense stays healthy too. All right, we're on a commercial break after the touchdown. It's time to flip the board. I need to add a graphic when I start doing Streamlabs next year because I will be doing Streamlabs next year when I'm streaming instead of just streaming on the YouTube platform directly. I need to definitely add a graphic for flip that board or something like that. Every time there's a flip, I'll click a button and it'll say flip that board. That'd be pretty fun. We're just brainstorming. We're still new. These are great ideas, though. Great things we got going on. Let's see. You're just happy you can enjoy your actual team and not your secondary, the Packers. Hey, you can enjoy the Packers still too. I like having one team in each conference since it works out well that I'm a Broncos and Cardinals fan. There's one team for each conference, and you don't have any interconference issues. Come on, Seahawks, show us the 12th man beat down. Walter Nolan and Will Johnson on the defense as well. Walter Nolan's really good if he can stay healthy. He was a really great player if he can stay healthy. Will Johnson's great. Who else we got is great? Josh Sweat was doing pretty good this year. Not as much as I wanted him to do, but he had a pretty good year. He was getting better as the season went on. We were already out of it at that point. The Cardinals could add another defensive piece as well, like one guy, make it a little bit more depth in that area. We've also got Buda Baker. He's been struggling on and off. He's either good or really bad. Depends on the day. You're a Seahawks fan, but your second team is the Bengals. That's a pretty good set of teams. Pretty nice, unique set of teams. Bro, when you upgrade your stuff on top of already great content, I've foreseen an explosion in traffic. I appreciate it, Rex. I sure hope so. We're going to get the graphics up at the top. We'll also keep the scoreboard involved where it's there. If we have the graphic at the top of the game we're currently watching, though, We could end up getting this thing to just flip through all the scores in the NFL. But we could also keep it on the current game so we still get the fireworks celebration. That'd be pretty fun. I'd love that. Now they're showing the replay of that touchdown. Let's see. If Joe Burrow had a defense, they would have been in the playoffs by now. If Joe Burrow had a defense, they'd have won a Super Bowl by now. Offensive line and a defense. They're in a similar situation as the Cardinals. They need an offensive line and a defense. Joe Burrow might go to the Vikings next year. I think that the Vikings are so set on JJ McCarthy, they're at least going to give him one more year. They put a lot of effort into getting him and keeping him. For you, it's Giants, Packers, and Bills. Joe Burrow and Jefferson is scary. Joe Burrow and Jefferson would be scary. It'd be like Jamar Chase, essentially. It'd be another Jamar Chase for him, but I think Jefferson's slightly better than Chase. If we're talking about like raw talent, I think Jefferson's a little bit better receiver than Chase. 155 left in the second quarter. Seahawks with the football. They now are losing first time in the game, near halftime here. And they're going to hand this ball off from the gun. It is Kenneth Walker. He's going to try to find some room. He only gets a couple. It's going to be 2nd and 8 as he runs out of bounds. 149 left in the quarter. Still 3 timeouts for Seattle, so they can take their time here. 2 timeouts left for the Rams. Second team would be the Saints. Nice. And what was your first team again? I'm just so depressed from the Cardinals loss. I mean, the Broncos loss earlier. You're a Bills fan. Oh, yeah. Bills fan. Nice. All right. Waiting for the snap. Looking to throw, dropping back. Throws this football. It is going to be incomplete, intended for Cooper Kupp. It is going to be 3rd and 9 now for Seattle, and all of a sudden, the Rams seem to be tilting the momentum in their side, taking control of this game by playing smart, good, all-around football. They don't have the better defense overall. The offense, I would argue, is better, but they don't have the better defense. But in the playoffs, the Seahawks offense has been looking better than the Rams. Now the Rams offense today, out of nowhere, just start playing really well. Darnold alone in the backfield. It's 3rd and 9. The ball is at the 37. He's going to throw this ball complete. A little bit of a miscommunication between him and the third backup, Hillman. I believe that's Hillman. Number 36, the running back. Charbonnet is not on the field today. He's not playing. So the backup today is not Charbonnet. Alani? I don't know what this guy's name is. Holani. Okay, that's Holani with a H at the beginning. They're gonna have to punt this football again. The punter holds it. He kicks it. It is up. No holding call. Should have been a holding call. That's gonna be fair caught. Oh, there's a flag down. I think they are gonna get that holding. All right. So now that's gonna give them 10 more yards as well. With 133 left in the second quarter, it's gonna be a holding. Yep, we saw it perfectly. Holding on the Seahawks, going to give 10 more yards to the Rams in this situation. That's not good for them. Not good for the Seahawks. Yeah, the Bills are my third team as well. If I had a third team, it'd be the Bills. But I say that all the time. It was hard to watch the Broncos-Bills game. I'd rather they have played the other 2 teams. And then maybe played in the AFC Championship. If the Bills had played the Broncos today, though, it would have been like 30-10, 30-7 Bills. He deserved more Super Bowls easily, second favorite QB behind Peyton. Drew Brees was my favorite quarterback. Drew Brees had such bad luck in the playoffs, Minneapolis Miracle, NOLA, no call and such. Yeah, he did. That was against the Rams as well. Hey, at least he got one. I'm glad he got one too with the Saints, because with the Chargers, they were just charging it up. Bills would also be your third favorite team. And one of the few games cheered against Peyton, you were so happy for Drew. Yeah, Drew is awesome. Out of my top 3 favorite quarterbacks of all time, crap, I don't know who the third one would be, but Drew Brees and Carson Palmer are the first 2. Um, I'm a big Carson Palmer fan as a Cardinals fan, because he's, in my opinion, the best quarterback we've ever had. I'd say probably maybe Kurt Warner's the third one, but Carson Palmer was slightly better than Kurt Warner. Everyone likes to go Kurt Warner first. If Carson Palmer stays healthy, those 2 seasons he got hurt when we were on a tear going into the playoffs, he got hurt both years at the worst time. If he doesn't get maybe we win the Super Bowl. We went to 2 straight NFC championships and lost to the Panthers. Wait, one was a divisional round loss, one was an NFC championship. Both to the Panthers. If I remember correctly, I just remember that Drew Stanton came in, we were like, "We can still win with Drew Stanton," and then we did win 1 game with Drew Stanton, and he also got hurt. And then Ryan Lindley came in, and we recorded a record for the least amount of yards in a single championship game. And that was not fun. Chargers still trying to claim Breeze on social media for the Hall of Fame stuff. He's gonna definitely go with New Orleans because he won the championship there. I know he didn't play so good later in his career, but Russ has always been your favorite QB. Russ is, in his prime, he was great. Really good quarterback. Did what he needed to do with his feet. He was very agile, very elusive. Yeah, the Chargers aren't getting him to do that for them for the Hall of Fame. Not gonna happen. Saints are number 4 for you. I don't have any number 4s. There are just teams that I am okay with and have no problems with, like the Packers. I have no problem with the Packers. There are teams that I like plenty. They don't bother me at all. I got plenty of those. Like Seattle's one of them. I don't mind Seattle, even though they're in the Cardinals division. Back when we had that rivalry, Legion of Boom and all that stuff, I couldn't stand the Seahawks. But now I don't mind them. The Cardinals really don't have a rival at the moment. We're not good enough to have a rival. Handoff here from the gun. 5-yard gain. And that was Williams. There's 1:30 left in the second quarter. Clock is ticking. They're trying to run the clock while still moving the ball efficiently to see if they can get themselves some more points before the half. That'd be a pretty big plus for them if they could. I think Seattle might get the ball to start the second half. Yeah, Seattle will get the ball to start the second half. Incomplete pass on second. Intended for Nakua. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 1:09 left in the second quarter. Clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. It is 3rd and 5. Maybe the Seahawks can get the ball back. They still have a chance to get it back. Dropping back, looking to throw. Good pass rush. Ball to the left side. Pass interference possibly again. This guy cannot get his hand off of Nakua's horse collar area and pull him down on these passes, and they're not throwing flags on this guy. The Seattle defender is all over Nakua. That's incomplete, no flag. So it looks like the Seattle Seahawks are going to get the ball back, but again, that looked like pass interference. They may have one more play. I think that I'll have to check the down. I thought it was 3rd down. All right. 1:09 left. They do have one more down. I think it's 3rd down. Or they're going for it on 4th? It's 3rd and 5. Okay, we were wrong. It's 3rd and 5. Ball to 33. Stafford looking to find somebody. Throws this ball. It's incomplete, and the Seattle Seahawks are going to get the ball with a minute left. Go defense. That's funny. Your 2 teams you actively cheer for and follow. The others you'll catch up on in Kinda Ski Sports video or Tom Grossi video. I'll be making videos about everybody, so at least everybody with interesting stories. Rams called a timeout before the play. Yeah, I think that's what happened. That was a confusing turn of events. Hunt is up. First punt of the day for the Rams. Their catch called for by Shaheed. He had come running in on that one, made the grab, and it's at the 25. 54 seconds left in the half. And they're doing another commercial break because we don't have enough commercials in this game. So might as well add a few more, right? I mean, come on, guys. Commercial breaks Out the ass. Um, we're on commercial break right now, guys. We're just chilling here. I'm going through my notifications here. Got some messages. I also posted on YouTube about the Broncos losing and blowing it. They blew it. It was ruined. They ruined it. I said the Broncos blow a big opportunity to beat the Pats in many ways. 7-10. Patriots advance to the Super Bowl. He should have taken the shot, and Leif said Sean Payton should have taken the points in the first half. I absolutely agree. I'm going to say absolutely agree. Leif nailed that one. When Sean Payton didn't take the points in the first half when it was good weather, I was just sitting there scratching my head. I wasn't sure what was going on. How do you do that? What's up? We're rooting for the Hawks as well. How's it going? EV Curtis. Broncos are out, so my only hope for a good Super Bowl is the Seahawks. But right now the Rams have the lead. Seattle has the football with a chance to tie it or take the lead before half with the 54 seconds you see right here. And let's see if they can move it. We're at the commercial right now. So come hang out with us while we watch it. Since Lane forbids it, maybe that will jinx them and they will lose. Hopefully the Pats lose. What do we got going on here, everybody? Almost back from the commercial break, it looks like. We're just hanging out, waiting for that. Everybody who's new, liking and subscribing is totally free. Come join our new channel. We've been going for 5 months. Happy to have you here. All right, back out of commercial break. Here's the Pro Bowlers: Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford, Jared Verse, and Byron Young for the Rams. Sam Darnold, DeMarcus Lawrence, Rashid Shaheed, Jackson Smith and Jigma, Leonard Williams, Devin Witherspoon, all for the Seahawks. They have a couple more than the Rams had this year. They're the overall better team, in my opinion. Right now, they are losing. Got ourselves set up for another great game between these two in the third matchup of the year between these guys. We got a couple third matchups. At the Bears Packers. Now we got Seahawks Rams again. Snap looking to throw. Pass out. Going to be caught. And it is a first down for Smith and Jigba out to the 37-yard line. And he gets out of bounds. So there's 49 seconds and no time ticking. Good play by him. One of the top 5 receivers in the league this year. I don't even know fully the stats on this guy. But he's been the maybe top 3 guy this year. 49 seconds left. Snap from the 36, looking to throw. Passes the ball out. It is bad throw. Dangerous throw. Incomplete. Cooper Kupp was technically the intended target, but that was a dangerous pass right there. Okay, let's take a look at the chat, everybody. Go Hawks. Support from Wales. I don't want the let's take a look. College football commercials are the absolute worst. They are so long and inconsistent. At least the NFL has some set rules. Yeah, we know on this channel when the commercials are going to happen. It's just a bummer when they get timed in like a horrible spot with like 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning. So you come back, get one more play and another 2-minute warning commercial break. Stafford looking to throw 2nd and 10. Down the middle, got a man, and it's Smith and Jigba. That's a catch. He caught it. 35 seconds left in the half, and the first timeout taken by Seattle. That's going to get them into Rams territory deep, all the way down to the 22-yard line. That is a huge grab. That's like a 50-yard grab for Njigba, and that was an amazing job holding on to the football because right as he caught it, he got hit before his feet hit the ground. And I just said it, top 3 receiver in the league. There he is. He's showing up once again, guys. What a grab. 37 left in the second quarter. 2 timeouts on this board. Once we get to halftime, we will recap the Broncos Patriots game for 15 minutes while we wait for the third quarter to start. And we'll also really quickly run through the stats for the first half in this game. First and 10 in the gun is Sam Darnold from the 22 of the Rams. Takes the snap, throws quickly out. It is caught by the backup. It is, gosh, I keep forgetting the third running back's name. It's Polani. Polani gets a 12-yard grab, little screen pass check down to him, and it's going to be first and goal for Seattle. This has been a really good game, guys. Hey, Auburnator, I really appreciate you, man. I'm going to go check out the rest of the chat, everybody, once we get to the commercial break. My goal on this channel is to provide really good, enjoyable videos with a little bit of humor and a lot of football knowledge. Also, have live streams that are sometimes even better than the booth on the real broadcast of the game, because sometimes those things can get annoying to listen to. I know I had to listen to Tony Romo for the entire Broncos game, and at a certain point in that game, I was getting really sick of it. Like about the third quarter, I was getting real tired of hearing Tony Romo say some dumb crap. So we want to call games down the middle, unbiased, have a good time hanging out, and be really chill, hanging out with the chat. And we've been growing this year quite a bit, so happy to have all you guys here. First and goal from the 9. There's a flag. That's going to be going backwards 5 yards. That's going to be a false start on the Seahawks. Just wait for the call here. False start offense number 61. Still first and goal. We didn't even expect to be doing this live stream today. So the fact that we got a new subscriber, Auburnator, the fact that we got you joining the channel, the fact that we got E.B. Curtis here today is awesome. Happy to have both of you here. You guys, you wouldn't have found the channel if we weren't doing this out of nowhere live stream today for our final game of the season. At the commercial break, we'll catch up with the chat. I do have the game pulled up on my laptop, though, so I can't see the chat unless I click into the other tab. Throwing to the end zone. That is caught out of the back of the end zone, and Jigba knew it, threw the football into the stands right after that. It's going to be second and goal now. Ball was a little high, a little too far back. So Smith and Jigba with a beautiful grab. I mean, he's just about 5 yards backwards out of the back of the end zone, though. So he's not going to be able to do much with that. But we have 25 seconds left in the second quarter. It is second and goal. One timeout left for each team. Seattle burned a timeout on that last play that went inbounds to get them to the 14. They actually got to the 9 on that last one. False start took them to the 14. Darnold looking to throw to the end zone. He's got a guy open, and it's going to be a Smith and Jigba touchdown. Seattle wide open on the left side. Somebody decided to come up on the defense and totally let the best receiver on the Seahawks slip by him into the end zone. I'm not sure what he was doing. Let's take a look at this play. Darnold looked like he might have gotten sacked, threw off his back foot almost, and got this ball to the end zone. Smith somehow had nobody pick him up in the end zone. That is too easy for Seattle, but Darnold with a fantastic play. Once the ball was up in the air, Jigba had that ball all the way. 20 seconds left in the second quarter, waiting for the kick by Myers. It is up, and it is right down the middle. We got ourselves a 17-13 great NFC Championship game to make up for that lousy AFC Championship game we watched earlier. Great play by Seattle. And it's time to flip that board. Let's give it a flipper. This is our original scoreboard we had on the channel until Christmas when I was gifted this scoreboard. And we've got the Seattle Seahawks firework and a touchdown going on right here. Love the LED board doing the firework touchdowns. And now we can catch up on the chat when we head into a commercial break after the score. There they go. Yeah. We're headed to commercial break right now. Nobody is missing anything. No commercial breaks on our live streams ever. Once we get fully monetized in 200 watch hours, we will still have no ads on our live streams unless it's a sponsored brand that I don't have an ad break. Just no ad breaks. We will never do that here. All right, let's catch up on the chat right now. We're on commercial break. Objectively, who's the better player, JSN or DK? It is JSN. In my opinion, Evie, JSN, and it's not even close. JSN is the better wide receiver. Oh, they didn't do a commercial break. They just did the kickoff. Let's do the last 15 seconds and then I'll catch up with the chat. The Rams have the ball right now. Probably just going to kneel down, take this to halftime. You'd have to go all the way downfield with no timeouts. Um, they have one left, but looks like they may actually try to throw it. They got one timeout left. They got 15 seconds. Got to go the whole way down the field to get in field goal range. Ball's at the 29. We'll see. They might try something cute, see if it breaks for some sort of good gain. Stafford's looking to throw. He's going to check it down to Higbee. Higbee gets out to the 41, and they will burn their final timeout. I mean, they are at the 41. You've got 8 seconds left. You have time for one more pass, and you got to get this next one out of bounds, or the half is over. So in this situation, it's not looking too good for them to have another opportunity for points in this half. But this has been a great first half between both these teams. Only one punt from each side. Really good half for both these teams. Very efficient. For the Rams, you're probably wishing that you could have punched a touchdown in more than once. Stalled out on a couple drives, but at least you got points on it. You weren't like Sean Payton and the Broncos deciding that you wanted to be aggressive at your own 25-yard line and then fail and ended up losing by 3. I hope he got asked a lot of questions about that and got all cranky in the press conference because that's going to be put in my video I make later tonight or tomorrow about the Broncos and how they blew their chance to beat the Patriots with a backup. All right, Seattle taking their final timeout now as well. Everyone's talking this out at the moment. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Seattle trying to make sure. I mean, if I'm Seattle, I'm rushing 2 or 3 max, and I'm just making sure everyone goes back. They don't have enough time to complete. I'm also putting people on the outsides so that they can't run out of bounds after they complete. Make sure they don't get an opportunity to kick. That's the big thing here. We've got our 8 seconds waiting for that timeout, and then we will get I'm assuming we're going to get one more play, but if it's an incomplete pass, you may get one more Hail Mary by Stafford just to see what happens. Seems like not bad weather in Seattle. Seems like it's just a little chilly, but other than that, there's no rain. All right, ball to 41 of the Rams. Stafford takes the snap. He's going to drop back looking to throw. Oh, trying to run this football. Time is out in the half. It is completely over. He slides. Lost the football, but they're going to say he was down. I mean, this play is over. Seattle's going to return it all the way to the end zone, but that is going to be down at the beginning of the slide by Stafford, and that's the half. 17-13. Seattle has a lead. All right, let's catch up on the chat here. This is the score for halftime. And the half will start. The next half is going to start around 6:25 Mountain Time, 8:25 Eastern Time. See, this rage and hate for the Pats is precisely why I wanted them winning. On top of that, I prefer them over either Seahawks or Rams. All right, well, everyone's got their own opinions, Rex. And that is your opinion. You're entitled to it. None of us like the Pats because of the evil dynasty. Why is JSN better? JSN, I think, is more athletic. I think he's better at catching the football. I think he's faster. He's a better route runner. DK's got height and strength, and he's definitely a good receiver. But, I mean, you can just look at him this year. JSN with Sam Darnold just went off. And DK had some games with Aaron Rodgers that he was struggling. They couldn't get on the same page. I also think JSN's a smarter receiver. So he, knows the playbook better than DK knows his playbook. Also, DK is more of a diva than JSN, and JSN just goes out there and balls out. So I think JSN all the way up and down is a better receiver. Love the Seahawks jerseys so much. The Seahawks jerseys are really cool. I thought they were going to maybe throw out a throwback today, like the light blue and the silver helmets, but I'm perfectly fine with their current ones. Love the lime green on there. It really makes it pop. Winner of this wins the Super Bowl. I feel that. I'm with you. We flipped that board. Perfect. Auburnator, do the Pats not have a chance? You're new to football. The Pats have a chance. I mean, it just depends on the matchup. The matchup every week, any given week in the NFL, any team can win. Given the way their offense has looked in the playoffs, though, I think it's heavily in the favor of the team that wins this game because both of the offenses in this game are pretty good. Seattle has the best looking offense so far out of the remaining 3 teams. They've had the best looking offense out of the final teams. So, I feel like they would definitely smash the Patriots, even though the Patriots defense is their strength. What do we got here? Pats through, I think last Super Bowl heartbreak. Lumen Field, top 5 stadiums in NFL. Yes, the decibel level at Lumen gets very loud. Lumen's a very good one. Power Field at Mile High is a good one. Broncos fans are super loyal. What else we got? I would say Lambeau Field with the Green Bay Packers is one of the top ones. Um, Seattle, best city in USA. Seattle's a great city. I just went to Washington State this year, and man, the people there were so nice to me. Absolutely awesome people. Really won me over to their side, and the food was so good out there too. What time start for second half GMT time? I really do not know. I think Auburnator helping you out a little bit though. Man, 1:30 a.m. Dude, props to you. Cheers. That's what Google said. Yeah, it is helpful to look it up on Google. That's definitely a help. But yeah, we're at halftime right now. We're gonna run through the stats really quick. Let me pull them up really fast. Much love to you guys over here in Colorado. I'm in Colorado, United States. What do we got here? NFL scores. We're gonna bring up the stats for the current game we're in right now, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about that Broncos Patriots game, and then we will head into the second half. So far in this first half, Matthew Stafford is 8 of 15 for 125 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He's been sacked 1 time, and he has a passer rating of 103.5. Not a bad half. Definitely made it work with what he was available to do. Lake Corum had 7 carries for 40 yards. Kyron Williams had 7 carries for 31 yards. Matthew Stafford had 1 scramble for 13. That was the last one we saw, very last play of the half. Puka Nacua, 1 rush on, I guess it was an end around or something. He got 4 yards on that play. Looking at the receiving, Puka Nacua is the leading receiver. That's a pretty obvious thing people would have guessed. He had 4 catches in the first half for 75 yards. His long was the 44-yarder. Big grab. Devontae Adams has 1 catch for 23 yards. Tyler Higbee, 1 catch for 12 yards. Kyron Williams, 1 catch for 9 yards. And Parkinson, 1 catch for 6. On the defensive side of the football, Fisk is the guy who got the 1 sack for the Rams. Now heading over to Seattle. Sam Darnold, 12 of 18 for 209 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He was also sacked 1 time. Passer rating of 124.5. Kenneth Walker had 9 carries for 37 yards on the ground. That is really all to speak of for the rushing game. And then Smith and Jigbo, 7 catches for 115 yards. The next closest receptions is 2. Kenneth Walker, 2 catches for 24 yards. And the next closest amount of yards is Rashid Shaheed, 1 reception for 51 yards. So he made the most of the 1 catch, but that's all he's got going on right now. And the 1 sack is DeMarcus Lawrence for the Seattle Seahawks defense. Team stats right now, passing yards being owned by Seattle with 201 versus 116 for the Rams. Rushing yards for LA is 88 to 38 for Seattle. So LA has the advantage in rushing, even though neither team was able to get too much going. Total yards is 239 to 204, so it's balanced out a little bit. Seattle has the lead in that area. First downs practically even. 12 first downs for Seattle, 11 first downs for the Rams. Third down conversions right now, we're in a position where Seattle is 3 of 6 on third down, 1 of 5 for the Los Angeles Rams. Time of possession, practically the exact same. Both are right around 15 minutes. So we got ourselves a really good game, pretty even here at the moment. So this is pretty great. Let's take a look here. Rams cannot allow the Seahawks to score to open the half. That crowd will be rocking, and the Seahawks will have they'll have too much momentum. I agree with you. Get me in the crow's nest. Is that a cool part of the stadium? I don't know much about Lumen Field, except for I'd like to go to a game out there eventually. I'll pick a game when they're not playing the Cardinals. I'll try to get out there because I don't want to go to the game not wearing any Seahawks colors because that probably wouldn't go well. You probably wouldn't be a big fan of me over there if I did that. All right. Still on commercial break. I think the next time we come back, though, we'll be back in the game. Denver Broncos stats versus the Patriots today, a much different game. Drake May, 10 of 21, only 86 yards throwing the football. Stevenson for the Patriots had 71 yards on 25 carries. Collins was the leading receiver with 2 catches for 51 yards. Jarrett Stidham on the other side went 17 of 31 for 133 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. RJ Harvey was the leading rusher with 13 carries for 37 yards. Marvin Mims Jr., 4 catches for 62 yards. He was the leading receiver. Drake May ended up with a quarterback rating of 58.8, and Stidham had a 63 quarterback rating. Stidham was sacked 3 times. May was sacked 5 times. And the dang Broncos could not get the dang job done. That's my number 2 team, you guys, just so you know. I live out here in Denver. My whole family loves the Broncos. I've liked the Broncos my whole life, but I'm from Arizona, so the Cardinals are my first team. Um, Total yards in that game was Patriots 206, Broncos 181. Patriots had 65 passing yards, and the Broncos had 102 passing yards. Patriots had 141 rushing yards, Broncos had 79. And the yards per play was pretty atrocious for both teams at 3.2 for the Patriots and 3.1 for the Broncos. Time of possession was 33 minutes for the Patriots, 26:51 for Denver. And the third down conversions was just terrible for the Broncos. They went 4 of 14, and the Patriots did also a pretty bad 6 of 18. But that weather came in, that snowstorm rolled in, and made it really tough on everybody. You have a college team. I went to Texas Tech, so my college team is the Texas Tech Red Raiders out in West Texas. That's where I graduated from. So that is my college team. But the Broncos today on offense reminded me a lot of the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense in their game against Oregon in the college football playoff. It's funny in the college, if you're looking at college football, the only team that couldn't score on that Oregon defense was Texas Tech because that quarterback played so horrible. They're talking to the guy who got they're showing the interview from number 0 on the Patriots defense who got the interception to win the game against Denver. I really don't think the Patriots are gonna win the Super Bowl. They've not been able to score at all. I mean, if you're looking at the Patriots playoff, so far this year, it's just not been very good. They've been getting the job done. Patriots won 10-7 today. Patriots won 28-16 last week, but the defense got one of those touchdowns. So it really was 21-16 as far as offense is concerned. And then over on the other game, they won 16-3. So they still only scored 16 points. I mean, come on. Y'all got Sorsby now. Y'all be back next year. Oh, yeah, I feel it. I think that we might have a second Big 12 championship loading back-to-back years, and I think that we'll be back. And I also think not only will we be back to the Big 12 championship, we might actually be able to score some points in the playoff next year. Who knows if we'll win? I'm not even going to get any of my hopes up at all. But we might actually be able to score some points. I just need Auburn to play some competent football. The past 5 years have been pure misery. Yeah, Auburn's been struggling a bit. They played pretty competitively in that game against Oklahoma this year. I watched that game. They played pretty competitively. Did they win that one? No, they didn't win that one, did they? And the quarterback from Oklahoma went to Auburn. He transferred to Auburn, right? Was Arnold or something? Is it Arnold or did he transfer? Am I getting at flip? I know that defense was pretty solid. They played hard every game. I'll say like they almost I'm kind of forgetting some of the college football season here. But for Auburn, did they almost beat Alabama as well? Let's take a look at their schedule real fast. Um, where was that at? Taking a look at the football schedule for Auburn. They're already showing next year's schedule on here. That's kind of hilarious. Next year, Auburn has A Day on April 15th. Well, this year actually now. I keep saying next year, but next football season next year. September 5th, they play Baylor, then Southern Miss, then Florida, then Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Georgia, LSU, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Mississippi State, Sanford. Auburn has a pretty favorable schedule next year. I think they could beat Mississippi State, Arkansas, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Florida, Southern Miss, Baylor. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm thinking that you guys get at least 8 wins next year. That'll put you in a good bowl game. You got bench versus Arkansas. You got a new coach and a good QB in Byram Brown. Okay. Well, I think you guys can get 8 wins next year. We're almost back from halftime. Yeah, but other than that, we're just hanging out here. I think that halftime's got to start up in the next 3 minutes, next 2 or 3. I'm have to be headed back right now, actually, because we got the Fox commercial, meaning that the next thing is them coming back from the break. Then we'll get our third quarter going. So far in our live stream, though, we're going to hop in real quickly and take a look at the stats for everybody who has been watching and everybody who will be coming back for the second half after taking a short break. If you haven't checked it out yet, check out my recent videos on the channel. Also, take a look at the Cardinals fans during the blank game, during every game of the football season this year, during most of them. When I created the channel this year, I made a funny video about how Cardinals fans reacted to pretty much every game of the season. I think I started that about in week 5 or 6 and got most of the games. Those are the funny videos on the channel. Other than that, I make a bunch of other videos as well. Go live. Probably be going live at least once every 2 weeks. I'll be making members only videos. It's $2 for the membership on the channel. We just started that because we literally just got monetized. So we're just growing and we're happy about it. Trying to work really hard to make this channel something really fun and really cool. So far, we've had 226 people hop in here on this channel. So happy to have everybody who's hopped in here. And we'll also be getting some people hopping back for the second half as well. We are ready for the kickoff in the second half of this game to determine who will play the Patriots. And we're about to find out right now who that's going to be. I mean, yards per play is 7.7 for Seattle, 6.4 for the Rams. Time of possession pretty split. Pass yards about 100 more for Seattle. Shaheed waiting for the kick return. Let's hope Seattle can knock this one in. I believe everybody here right now is rooting for Seattle at the moment. Kickoff is up in the air, going to be picked up. Also, if either of you guys want to join the Discord, we got about 18 people in there. That's a new thing we're doing as well. Just so that during the off season, everybody has a place to hang out. It's a pretty cool Discord. The link is at the top of the chat if you guys are interested in joining that. Erin Andrews looking fabulous again this week in her fur coat of the week. And 15 minutes left in the third quarter. We're waiting for our first play after the kick return was not made. Seattle coming out on the field with Sam Darnold. All right, they have broken the huddle coming up. Sam Darnold is going to go under center with Kenneth Walker in the backfield at the 20-yard line. Going to be a handoff to Walker. He's going to take this one for 4 yards. That's going to make it 2nd and 6 for them. Let's get you to 2K subs by the Super Bowl. Holy crap, wouldn't that be awesome? That would be amazing. 2K subs by the Super Bowl would be just incredible. We've been sitting at, we've gained about 10 subs over the last couple of weeks. We're about, let's take a look at it. We are currently sitting at 1,122. We've gained 2 new subscribers during the live stream, and you're one of them. So we've actually gained 12 new subscribers in the last week or so. My goal is 100 subscribers in February. Smith and Jigba is going to complete this pass. First down, 10-yard gain. Seahawks moving the football downfield. What a grab by him. Good play. We've been getting a lot of views, a lot of watch time on the channel. We're 200 watch hours away from getting fully monetized, so we're getting pretty excited about that. I mean, it's just me. I do everything on the channel. I don't have an editor or anything. Do all the stuff myself. 13:42 left in the third quarter. Let's see. I make videos about every NFL team, but I try to make about 40 to 50% of my videos be about the Cardinals because that is my team, my main team. But all the other videos are about every other team, any story we got going on. Right now, talking about these teams. So next video will probably be a Broncos video and then a Cardinals video after that this next week. So Darnold wincing in pain, feeling his left side. I think it's his left side. Not sure which side it is, but one of his sides is bothering him. And that's a really bad spot to be injured in the oblique area because that's where you throw and you're torquing your body. In my day job, I'm a physical therapist, so know a lot about the human body, and that's terrible for an injury to be affecting a quarterback because that affects your throwing ability. They're going to hand off here, and it goes nowhere to Walker. There's a flag down as well, so this might be backing them up further. I wonder what the Cards are going to do for QB. It seems like the Murray era is over. Do they draft a QB or go after somebody in free agency? There's a lot of options. It's honestly depending on the coach. Holding offense number 76, penalties declined. It's going to be third down. Um, it's going to be up in the air. There's just so many quarterbacks that could potentially be the Cardinals' next quarterback. I'm thinking that they might want to ride with Kyler Murray next year so they don't take the cap hit. They're probably stuck with him. They're probably stuck with each other, and we're gonna have to deal with that for another year. Because I don't think unless they get a really good trade for him, someone who wants to take a good load of the pay, I don't think that we're gonna trade him. But there's probably a few teams interested. Darnold's gonna drop back, and he's gonna get stacked here on 3rd and 12. It's gonna make it a 4th and forever. They're gonna have to punt the football. That's exactly what LA needed on the first drive. They're gonna force a punt from Seattle here. Yeah, so it would be awesome to get to 2,000 subscribers. I don't think that's gonna happen by the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, but it'd be obviously awesome if that happened. I think that the first goal we have right now is to get to 1.2 thousand. So to get about, I think it's 78 more subscribers to get us to 1.2 thousand. That's the next goal right now. We're gonna be posting frequently enough that hopefully we start getting some growth pretty quickly as we keep trying to make good quality videos. Punt returner falls backwards trying to catch the football. It hits him because he reached out trying to grab it on his back, and he fumbles the football, and Seattle falls on it. Deep into Rams territory. Not only did he fumble one earlier, but he fumbles this one as well. He was able to fall on the one earlier in the game. This one by Smith falls backwards, misjudging the ball. At that point, take your loss. Don't let the ball hit you and just get on the ground. He fumbles the football away. This guy has been a liability for the Rams. He might cost them their entire season with this crap. And that is going to be a fumble by the Rams, picked up at the 15 by the Seahawks. Wow. What's up, Liz? Did you get some sleep after you couldn't sleep the other night? I got your notice at 3:30 a.m. You were still awake, was watching movies and wasn't watching what time it was. Ryan Dolphins hired Hatley, so fingers crossed. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully your season will be better next year. Yeah, I was able to go to sleep eventually. I got like 5 hours of sleep. At least it was good, a good 5 hours. I didn't wake up feeling terrible, terrible. Darnold looking to throw from the 17 after the fumble, and that's a one-play touchdown. It is, who is that? Number 19, Jake Bobo. Jake Bobo's first touchdown of the year. And just like that, Smith is the reason on the Rams that the Seattle Seahawks get bailed out. And it's essentially as if they scored on their first drive now. It is suddenly just like that, 23-13, waiting for the extra point here by Myers. And Seattle has taken a bigger lead. If the Rams 3 and out, it may be just about over for the Rams. Yeah, they're gonna have to respond now. I mean, who knows who the punt returner is going to be for the rest of the game. If I'm the coach, though, it's not going to be that guy who just fumbled twice. Sometimes the stage is too big for certain players, and it definitely is for Smith right now, the guy who fumbled that one. The best MVP of the game, and they should be giving him a game ball after this one. The Seahawks should give a game ball to Smith, the punt returner for the Rams. Dolphins fans want both a draft QB and a veteran QB. Let's see. Yeah, Dolphins fan they want a QB and they want a veteran QB. So you want to draft a QB and have a veteran that plays a couple of years in front of him. So probably Kirk Cousins or something. I think that would be smart. I don't think he's bad. I think he's still got a couple of years left, or he'll need to get out of there. Russell Wilson, I've heard, is trying to play for a team next year. I really hope your Dolphins don't make the mistake of getting him. But he's going to be for someone's going to make a decision to play with him as the quarterback, possibly, and that would be a really bad decision for whoever does that. Let's see. Do the Dolphins even try building around Quinn? I don't know much about the Dolphins personally. I feel like Liz is the expert there. We're at commercial break right now after that Seahawks touchdown, and when we get back, we'll have the Rams next drive. All right. Quinn has a lot of potential. So we got going on here. 245 people have hopped in to the stream overall. 9.3 watch hours. That'll help us get towards that goal even quicker. Because we didn't even every hour we get on this live stream is a bonus. I told everybody I wasn't going to be doing the championship games because I was at a watch party for the Broncos game. Then the whole family was pissed the Broncos lost. Everyone didn't want to go to dinner or have dinner or anything like that. We all split. And so now we're home. Got home in time, just in time for the game. So I was like, I'm going to throw this game up right now, get up on the live stream, get one more game done for the year. All the bonus watch hours for this, we're at 9.3 right now. It's just a bonus on top of what we've done so far. So super happy to be here, hanging out. Fans are talking about dumping the big money contracts so we can get those filled with draft picks. All right, kick return to the 25-yard line for the Rams, and that's where they're going to go down. The crowd, you were right, Auburnator. The crowd is getting incredibly loud now that they have an 11-point lead. It's time to flip that board, everybody. Got to make sure that we flip it before the next play. 24-13. All right. Good route by Bobo. Good catch by Bobo. That's the kind of play by Smith. That's the kind of play you haven't earned your keep well enough in the season. That's the kind of thing that gets you cut from a football team, costing your team in the NFC Championship game. That's how you end up costing yourself a job. And he might have done that here. He might be playing for someone else or playing for nobody. Big pass downfield to Stafford. It's going to be caught by Parkinson, and he gets out of bounds, holding his wrist. It's not deep into Seattle territory, but that got him all the way into Seattle territory. Parkinson with a good route, an in-breaking route. Good throw by Stafford, right over the hand of the defender. Perfectly thrown by Stafford. And after the play, there were players going at it, and Williams is lucky on the Seahawks that he didn't get flagged at the end of that play. Williams was definitely at fault on that one for Seattle. Handoff here is going to go for 3 yards. 11 minutes left in the third quarter. It is second down. If you want Pete's takes, Miss Fins, Frozen Fins fan, and the Dolphins, yeah, Seahawks have the best home field advantage in the NFL for sure. All right, 2nd and 6 for LA right here. Dropping back, throwing to the right side to the Adams. He's got him, and he catches it all the way to the 1. Devontae Adams makes the grab, and he gets up slowly. But that is a great throw by Stafford again. What a grab by Devontae Adams. Hit him on the run. We've been seeing so many underthrown balls in this playoffs. It's good to see a quarterback finally hitting his receivers on the run. Stafford is just such a good quarterback. And he is down at the 2, they're saying. It's going to be 1st and goal for LA from the 2. 9:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Clock is ticking. 1st and goal. Stafford and the Rams. Ball taken at the 7. A fade to the left. Let's fade to the end zone to Adams. It's going to be caught for a touchdown. The Los Angeles Rams have responded quickly, and an extra point will make this a 24-20 game. And they respond very fast. Watch that Smith fumble for a touchdown for Seattle be the difference in this game. The Rams are not going away. They're not going anywhere. Good catch by Devontae Adams. 9:41 left in the 3rd quarter. We're waiting for the kick by Mevis. This game is definitely making up for the last game. That was just a defensive snooze fest. Kick is up by Mevis. He is going to nail it. It's time to flip that board. We get it to 20. 24-20 barn burner in Seattle, Lumen Field. We're headed to commercial break, but here we're going to stay right here. No commercial breaks here on our streams. Just FYI, do not watch Reason. He's a Tuaneer, a Buccaneer, or a Tuaneer. Oh, he's a Tuaneer. He likes Tua and doesn't give good information because he's still stuck on Tua. I've been saying dump Tua on his ass years ago. Yeah, I haven't thought Tua was very good ever since like the 2nd year he was in the NFL. I don't know. Even when he came out of college, I was like, really? Is Tua going to be the guy to lift you to a Super Bowl? We got 10 people in here right now. We're on commercial break. You're missing nothing at the moment. We got a really good game here, guys. So we're doing the play-by-play. Hang out and watch the game with us. Liking and subscribing is completely free. You are welcome to do so at any time. It's no big deal if you don't want to either. And let's see what we got here on the post over on the side. I posted about the Broncos' loss on the channel. That was just the same notification from earlier. No big deal there. All right, let's take a look at the stats we have right now for the football game between the Seahawks and the Rams. See what we got going on. All right, Seahawks football. Pull it up. Matthew Stafford is now 11 of 18 for 196 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Sam Darnold is 14 of 21 for 238 yards and 2 touchdowns. No turnovers. The only turnover in this game is that punt that got fumbled by Smith. That is all it is. Is this Stafford's final year, or does he return next season? I think he returns next season. Yeah. He's given no indication that he's going to retire. If they win the Super Bowl, maybe he'll want to retire on a Super Bowl. That's a brilliant way to go out, just like Peyton Manning did. Retire on the Super Bowl win. They very well could just decide to do that, but he loves football. He's still got more in the tank. I don't see him retiring regardless. I'm pretty sure he's got 2 more years left, I think at least, and then the Rams will need to have another quarterback by then to back him up after he leaves. That was a 4-play, 75-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 21 seconds. And this kickoff is going to be a long one by me because they're making him kneel down. They're not letting him have any returns today. John McVay showing some energy on the sideline, getting fired up for his team. Really good coach. Again, Mike LaFleur, one of the top coaching candidates, the offensive coordinator for the Rams. I would absolutely love it if the Cardinals got Mike LaFleur. Cardinals don't go for guys who are established and cost a bunch of money, but Mike LaFleur could be one of those guys who turn the team around. Either him or the defensive coordinator for the Jaguars, Campanelli. I like either of those candidates to be the next head coach for the Cardinals. I don't want Raheem Morris, though, I'll tell you that. And up here for Holani, he's going to try to get something. He's not going to get much on this play. And it's going to be second down. Two NFC West rivals going at it here. 2nd and 7. What is Stafford's prime? Is this it? He's a little bit past his prime, but he's just so good. He's still playing at a high level. I think his prime was wasted with the Lions. But I think that if he had had a better team, they would have done much better and maybe won a Super Bowl with Detroit. But Stafford's prime was wasted there, and now he's a veteran quarterback. Even when he won the Super Bowl, he was a veteran who was still in the prime coming off of it with the Rams. That's when they beat the Bengals for the Super Bowl. But that last run went for a loss. It's going to be 3rd and 9, 8:40, and the clock is ticking in the third quarter. I think that he's past his prime already, but he's still got a few years left in the tank to play really good football. And him being past his prime doesn't mean he's not good. It just doesn't mean he's as good as he was in his prime. But he's still playing top-notch football, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Caught by Kupp on 3rd and 9, looking to throw, and he's got the first down, 11-yard gain. Cooper Kupp against his former football team. Seahawks move the chains on a 3rd and 9. Got a feeling the Bills are getting Kubiak or Udinsky. Who's Udinsky? I don't know who that is. Rams don't want Rashid to return anything. I can't blame them. Yeah, he's pretty dangerous. You have a pic of Tua with crossed eyes and smeared red lipstick. That's funny. Yeah, that was your original profile picture, wasn't it? Oh, the Jags offensive coordinator? They'll probably be losing both their coordinators if that's the case. Hand off here for Kenneth Walker. He's going to get 10 yards and another first down. This is going to go out to the 41 of the Rams. And Kenneth Walker just continues to be a boss. What a boss. Slamming his way forward into Lake. Good job by Lake and the defense not letting him get past him, wrapping him up at that point, but still an 11-yard gain before they touched him. He's just so explosive, such an explosive back. 7:05 left in the third quarter. The next snap will happen at about 7 minutes. We have ourselves a great game. Darnold's looking to throw. Passes to the middle. It is caught. Going to be a 9-yard gain here. That was Holani on the reception. That'll be 2nd and 1 or 2. Udinsky is a funny name, but if he messes up, he will be forever known as Udinsky or Blowinski or Puinski. I don't know. We got 10 likes on the stream. Appreciate you guys. We've just been having a chill stream. Most of half of the Askew crew didn't even know I was doing this, so they're not here. And I kind of gave a late notice. So totally unexpected that we were doing this stream, but we got a couple new people here today, so that's awesome. Appreciate you guys. Screen pass and Jigba is going to get him all the way down to the 31st down. Seattle moving the football. Trying to take a 31-20 lead with another touchdown. Udinsky's only 30. He would be the youngest head coach in the NFL. Wow, that's impressive. He's a year younger than I am. Yes, at one time, you had the pick as your profile pick. Yeah, that's when you subscribed to my channel, you had that pick. 5:40 left in the third quarter. Sam Darnold is under center, going to motion the tight end. And they're going to fake a handoff. Darnold rolling out, looking to throw. Throws this underneath of the tight end. Completes it. That's a 7-yard gain. It was Barner. Okay. AJ Barner with the grab, 7-yard gain. It makes it 2nd and 3 for Seattle. Clock is ticking here. Seattle's in a heavy formation to the right side. Looks like they might want to try to run this ball to the right. We'll see if they run it. No, it's a screen pass to the left, and it was a little too far led for Bobo. Incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 3. Bobo only had 4 catches on the year. Now one of them's a touchdown in the NFC Championship game. How about that? How about that? It is 3rd and 3. It's crazy. Vikings fans are probably punching air right now watching Darnold do what he's doing this season after they dropped him so easily after he gave them such a great year, and then they sucked, didn't make the playoffs. And now they're watching Sam Darnold in the NFC Championship. It must really hurt to be a Vikings fan right now. Pass caught by Cooper Kupp on 3rd and 3. That's going to be a touchdown for Seattle. Cooper Kupp against his former team, the Rams. And Seattle is going to take it to a 30-20 lead. Extra point will make it 31-20. That was a clean pass. Would the Vikings be in this game with Darnold? It's a potential. They're not a bad team with a good quarterback, and they had Jefferson. They definitely not out of the picture. If they had made the playoffs, they're in it. Anybody's in it. I think they would have been in the playoffs instead of the Packers, actually. The Packers wouldn't have made it. Hopefully your water pipe will unthaw soon. You're using bottled water. Thank goodness. You bought 2 gallons. And yeah, that's helpful to be prepared like that. Kick is up. It is good by Myers. It's 31-20. It's time to flip that board. Let's give it a flip. 1 flip. 2 flip. We got a high scoring game. 51 total points have been scored in this game. And there's a commercial break after the touchdown. We're almost at the end of the 3rd quarter as well. Sweet revenge incoming. Let's hope so. I'm getting tired of calling Rams games. If you look at my live stream history, it's been a lot of Rams games in the prime times. I'm getting tired of calling it. I'd rather call a Seahawks game. I won't be calling the Super Bowl anyway. You had a wedding. Luckily, the Broncos didn't make it for the fact that wedding was about to be ruined if the Broncos had made that wedding, because everyone would be on their phones watching the Broncos. We'll still be having the Super Bowl on and stuff, but people won't be as interested in it now because it's in Colorado and everyone here likes the Broncos. Won't be as interested with the Patriots having won. Right now, though, in our stream, while we're on commercial break, we've had 285 people hop in. We have 11 watch hours now. We are I'd say that makes us under 190 watch hours before we get fully monetized on this channel. Rams are kind of boring, not going to lie. The Rams are one of those boring teams. I was saying it all year. The Eagles were boring. The Rams were boring. The Eagles and Rams were both really boring. They were both having a hard time doing anything exciting. So they're definitely tough teams to watch. They win by doing exactly what they have to win. There's nothing flashy about it. The Eagles were the team that was the most boring this year to me. They would win the game like 10-9 because they ran the clock out and had an 8-minute drive and just kept barely getting a first down. Like, that's what they did the whole first half of the year. I knew they weren't going to win the Super Bowl again this year. Their offense was just not very good. But I'm just really glad that they got bounced in the first round. I was tired of calling 49ers games. I was tired of calling LA games. Again, I don't dislike Matthew Stafford at all. I like Matthew Stafford. I think he's a great quarterback. I'm glad he finally got a Super Bowl, but there's been a lot of boring and disappointing teams this year. Yeah, a lot of them. There was a lot of bad football in the regular season. We're really lucky that we've gotten so many great playoff games this year because a lot of the regular season was just kind of lame. There were several really good games, but most of it was kind of disappointing this year in the regular season. The playoffs have well made up for that, though. All right, the kickoff is up. Going to be caught at the 3 and returned by the Rams. and he's going to get to the 25 and nowhere else again. This Rams kick coverage team is really aggressive, and they're all over him, and he looks like he's hurt. Whittington looks like he might be a little bit injured, so they're going to go get him checked out. There's a flag down on the kickoff. See what this flag is on. Who's the flag on? 4:45 left in the third here. We're seeing an illegal block in the back on the return team. It was the Rams who did a block in the back. That looked really soft, but Bobo sold it really well, flying to the ground. Okay, the Rams are down 11, starting in the shadow of their own goal post inside their own 10. Actually, it's at the 13. So they're still backed up pretty far. That penalty knocked them back 10. Now looking to throw at Stafford. Passes the ball deep to the left side immediately. He's got Adams again for another grab. What a grab by Davante Adams. First down LA, almost to the 50-yard line on one catch. Davante Adams out of nowhere the last couple drives has just been running down the field at will, and the defenders cannot stay on their feet. That's the second time 21 the defender for the Seahawks has fallen on a route. Another quick snap from the 48, looking to throw is Stafford. He checks it down to Parkinson, who catches it. 2-yard gain to the 50. Are the Seahawks one of the most fun to watch? Yes, they are. The Seahawks are one of the most fun to watch. Yeah, the Seahawks and Rams game at the final game they played in the regular season was the best game of the regular season, in my opinion. And they're playing another good game here today. Both teams are playing a good game. If it weren't for that fumble on that punt, it'd be a closer game. It'd be, take the 7 off, it'd be 24-20 with the Seahawks having the football. So it'd be a much better game without that punt fumble by Smith of the Rams. But no, yeah, the Seahawks are much more fun to watch as an overall team. They got a good defense, and they also have a pretty solid offense as well. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. These guys 10 years ago would have both been big rivals of my team, but my team's so bad right now that we don't really have a rival. That's a handoff. It's going to go for 4 yards to Williams. It's going to be second down. Turner for the Rams is going into the locker room to get looked at. It looked like he was limping. And they're saying 2nd and 5. Whittington also going into the locker room, the guy who had the kick return. Stafford is under center. They're in Seahawks territory. Looking to throw, avoids the sack, gets the ball out to Williams, and Williams gets hit, stays on his feet somehow. Dancing all around, only a 2-yard gain to the 41 of the Seahawks. Flag is down. This may be a holding call. Wait. Hands of the face offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down. Hands to the face on the Rams offensive line. That's going to knock them back further. The Rams are kicking themselves in the face right now. It's the defense has stayed in the locker room at the half. Yeah, the Rams defense hasn't been, they've been in the middle of the road as far as how good they've been this season. They had a couple good games, a few really bad games. But yeah, they're the worst defense that's left. Out of the final 4 teams, they were the worst defense coming into this. All right, Stafford's going to hand this ball off on 2nd and 15 to Williams, who's going to get not very much to the 49 of the Seahawks, right past midfield. That's going to make it third down. Third down and a little bit longer than 10. Notice the Rams don't have a great defense. Yes. Their defense is not very good. Their offense is what saves them. I feel like the Rams' soft defense, the Patriots would rather play the Rams. Yes, the Patriots would rather play the Rams. The Seahawks are a much better team. So if the Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl, I think they're winning. Stafford throwing, almost intercepted on 3rd and 12. Incomplete. It's 4th and 12 from midfield, and they're gonna have to punt this football. Looking better for Seattle. Looking better for Seattle. INT would have been game. INT basically would have been a short punt, which is what they're about to do anyway, I think. I'm not going to call game yet with how the Rams looked on a couple of their drives, last couple drives before this, but they may be going for this because they're at midfield. 4th and 12, long pass. After the play was over on sportsmanlike conduct, taunting, 15-yard penalty from the dead ball spot, automatic first down because the Seattle defender got on sportsmanlike conduct. That's Woolen of the Seattle defense. He got an unsportsmanlike penalty for taunting the bench, the whole bench. And that's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down for LA. So instead of it being 4th and 12 and a punt, this guy couldn't use his few brain cells he had left in his head to make a smart decision. I can't stand when players do this stuff. I can't stand it. I really can't. They cost their teams, and the ball's now at the 34, first down, LA. Throwing to the left side, wide open is Puka. Did he hold on? That's a touchdown for LA. Woolen just cost his team a touchdown, and now the tables are even because the fumble by Smith for the Rams and the taunting penalty by Woolen for the Seahawks, the two stupidest plays in the game, have now made this an even game once again. An amazing grab falling into the end zone by Puka Nacua. That ball's not moving around when he lands. That's going to be considered secured for a touchdown unless they say he's short. But he hit the goal line when he landed, so I feel like that's a touchdown. And then Woolen, just to add a little bit of icing onto that cake, also got torched by Nakua on the very next play after taunting the Rams bench. I don't care what team it is. It could be the Cardinals or the Broncos, my two teams. I don't care what happens. If a player does a stupid thing like that and then gets torched on the next play, that is kind of hilarious. It costed the team on 4th and 12, gave an automatic first down to them. He's the clown of the week easily right now with this. Easily the clown of the week. Cost them a 15-yard penalty, taunting the Rams bench, and then gets torched on the next play by Puka Nacua for a touchdown. You can't make this stuff up, guys. They're going to a commercial break as they're reviewing the touchdown. The bad part is we haven't had the extra point yet, so we probably will have another commercial break after that. Would really hate that, but okay, it's fine. Yeah, taunting is the worst penalty in football. Taunting should not be a penalty. Yeah, I feel like in a lot of situations they should just let them do it. I feel like it's kind of soft sometimes, but it's just if you know that's the rule, you got to be smarter than that. If Warren Moon was QB right now, that guy would have been chewed out for getting a taunting penalty. There better be somebody going there and letting his ass have it. There better be somebody going over there. He might when you're in games like this, especially, it's different in the regular season by like a minuscule amount. But when you're in games like this, like that shit has got to be out the window, gone. Like you cannot be doing that crap anymore. You do that, you cost your team the entire season because of a taunting penalty? Are you kidding me? Like, come on, use your brain. Be smarter than this. The Seahawks lose. We will look back at that penalty. We will. It's making Smith on that punt returner for the Rams is feeling a lot better. He's like, whew, all that pressure is taken off my back now because Woolen is now the clown of the game, not me. Come on, Seahawks, let us get the 13th man and kick these posers' butts. This is some BS. Unless they sang outlandish things in the UK, you could have a full fight and nothing would happen. Why? Not gonna lie, got these rules. They added the taunting rule 2 or 3 years ago. That's a new rule where they've been really, really strict on it. The rule has been around, but they've gotten really strict on it the last 3 or 4 years. And it's time to flip that board. So we're gonna move this to a 7. We got ourselves a good game, good finish, shaping up here. We haven't had the extra point yet. I'm just assuming that Mevis is automatic. He's gonna probably make it. What's up, Finn? How's it going? Good to see you, Finn. We're on an extra accidental thing because my entire family was so depressed after the Broncos game that we just all went back to our houses. So I was able to come in here for a last second, one final stream of the football game to end the year. Obviously, we'll be doing the other streams like we did last night, but this is the final one as far as football goes for us for the year. That taunting penalty, when you know that that's a penalty and you know that you can't do that, like a full blown go taunting the bench thing, like you can't do that. You know that's a flag. They're trying to have sportsmanlike conduct be a thing now. This is quite the championship game. It's much better than the AFC one, that's for sure. Kick is up, it is good. There we go. 31-27. Let's hope there's not another commercial break. It looks like we're not going to have to face another commercial break. All right, guys, what do you want to ask Steve? Who do we think is going to win the game? That could be a good question. All right, Steve, are the Seahawks going to beat the Rams and pull this one off to go to the Super Bowl? All right, let's see what he has to say. Steve the 8 ball. It is decidedly so. He's still going with the Seahawks. Steve's rolling with the Seahawks. I'm rolling with the Seahawks. I know that Desi's rolling with the Seahawks as well. And there are several players going up to Woolen on the Seahawks bench and letting him have it, and he's not taking any crap. So he's also getting mad at them back and forth. He's like, "Why are you mad at me? It's because you guys just it could have cost them the season. The Seahawks were about to put a chokehold on this game and advance to the Super Bowl and be the NFC champions for the 2025-2026 football season. And you could potentially be the reason why that doesn't happen now." They were about to put the hammer down, chokehold, final nail in the coffin. That things in momentum. Momentum is a huge thing in football. And now, just because of that, it could be over. It could be over. Kobe Bryant was in there. Number 3, Emmanuel was letting him have it. All right, 2 minutes left in the third quarter. A lot of game left now, but momentum is a huge thing. Seahawks could retake it once again and put the hammer down on this drive. But they still could lose now. They had an 11-point lead. They were about to get the ball back with that 11-point lead. Now they only have a 4-point lead. It's a huge deal. Heat with an end around's not going to get anything. He's going to run out of bounds. It's going to make it second down. It just seems like if the whole momentum of your team's mood shifts on a play like that, though. On a play like that, the whole mood shifts. It could derail everything you've been doing the whole game. They got to hope that they can forget it and move past it and just pretend it never happened. Pretend the Rams scored a touchdown legitimately, went down there and they got it done. They've just got to pretend that that's what happened and then just pretend, just move on. And if they can do that, they can still get the hammer hold back on this game, but it could derail their game as well. And so second down here, Darnold's looking to throw. He's getting pressured heavily, rolling to the right side. He's going to throw this football away. It's going to be 3rd and 10, and the Rams could get the ball back in one play. It is 3rd and 10. Oh, man, there's going to be a fight in the Seahawks locker room if they lose this game now. I want to see the video of that. I want someone to film that because that would be video worthy. We got a bunch to talk about in our video we make tomorrow about championship week, or the 2 videos we end up making. We might make a separate video about each game. There's a lot of storylines to talk about in both games. Maybe the Monday video will be about the Broncos. The Tuesday video will be about this game. Throw out, caught by Walker. He's going to dive to the first down marker, and they're marking him just short. They're going to say 4th and inches. That was a 9.5-yard gain by Walker. They're saying first down, actually. They're pointing to keep going. Walker's such a good running back, and he did. As he dove out of bounds, that ball is across the marker. He knew exactly where he needed to get, and he reached right as he dove out of bounds to get that first down. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. We still got an entire quarter of football. Darnold is under center. 3 seconds left. They're going to have to burn a timeout. They can't get this ball off in time. That should have been a delay of game, but they let him play. He's rolling out. He's going to check this down to the running back. That's Holani for a 5-yard gain on the check down. It's going to be second down, and that should be the last play of the quarter. 10 seconds left, and it looks like they're not in a hurry. They're going to take the 10 seconds extra and the commercial break to talk about their next play. It's going to be 2nd and 5 when we get back. End of the third quarter. It's been a great NFC Championship game. And Seattle has the football driving. Ryan, Seahawks are not bothered by taunting calls on them. It makes them buckle up more. We'll see. It seems like the offense is still trying their best. We'll see how it affects the defensive side, though, because they were yelling at each other on the sideline. A good team like Seattle can have something like that happen and still bounce back from it and be fine. I mean, we've seen collapses of teams though that should have won games and things happen like that. All of a sudden, it's over. I think Seattle still has they continue to move the ball. They're 2nd and 5 after getting that 3rd and 10 conversion. They still have the momentum right now. But if they were to have had to punt, they would lose the momentum right back to the Rams. Then the Rams score a touchdown. They have the lead. Suddenly, they have 100% of that momentum. So, yeah, just try to be careful there. You just got to be careful. I got to plug my phone into the charger real fast. It's right over here outside of the camera. So I'm going to plug it in real quick while we're on commercial break. Okay, we're back. And we're probably back from the break here shortly. Got the Fox News, Fox FS1 Sports News commercial right now. So that means we're pretty close. They're advertising some college hoops. Then we'll be back in the game. Texas Tech looks like they got another good basketball team. Hopefully, March Madness is fun this year. Always is pretty fun, actually. March Madness is always a good time. College hoops every single year. All right, we're back from commercial break at Lumen Field. We're going to have a great final quarter. It's going to be an awesome time. All right, Sam Darnold's going to set up under center. 2nd and 5 from the 42 on their side of the field. And we're about to start the fourth quarter. He's going to change the play and move into the gun. Looking to throw. Darnold has the football. He's going to run to the left side, and he's going to take this himself. Wow, first down and more. 12-yard gain for him across midfield. It's going to go all the way to the 43 of the Rams. First down, Seattle. Great scramble. Let's see what we can do here, Seattle fans. See if we can make this happen. 1st and 10 from the 44 of the Rams. Getting rushed and is going to get sacked. A free runner on 1st and 10 is going to nail Darnold in the backfield. That's a big loss. It's going to be a 2nd and long now. The crowd is booing. I guess they were looking for a flag on a roughing the passer, unnecessary roughness penalty. That looked clean to me, just a tackle. They slammed him down a little hard, but this is football. It is 2nd and 19 now after the horrible sack. Ball's at the 47. Garner is in motion. Snap taken by Darnold. Throws it to Cup underneath. He's going to get about 5 back. He's going to make it 3rd and 14. Big 3rd down. It's a big long 3rd down here. Yeah, dang is right. Third and 15. Someone jumped on that play. That's a flag. Right as the snap happened, someone jumped off sides. Would have been a free play, but Darnold didn't want to get nailed by that guy. So he threw the ball on the ground. Neutral zone infraction, 5-yard penalty. That's a big penalty. Instead of being 3rd and 14, it's going to be like 3rd and 9 now. Not sure exactly what the marking was on the 3rd down play, on how many yards they had originally. Yeah, it was 3rd and 15. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10. Still a long 3rd down play, but they made it a lot more manageable there. Come on, fans. Get the stadium loud. Well, they don't want the stadium loud until defense is on the field. They want to make sure they're quiet for the offense, that the offense can operate, and then they want to get loud for the defense. We're going to throw. Incomplete. Shaheed, the intended receiver, got hit right as the ball got there. It's 4th and 10. Rams with a big defensive play. And it looked like they got there just as the ball got there, right after the ball got there. That's a clean play. Durant got his fist right on the football as well. All right. Rams going to get this ball back. They get the punt. See if they can pin them back. Smith is not the guy back for the Rams after he's fumbled twice. Instead, they've got 23 back, Williams, and he's going to fair catch the ball at the 10. The Rams will get the ball there after the break. I'm going to run to the kitchen real quick. Don't worry, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I don't have any fun graphic or video to play like Tom Grossi with the P for the D thing, but I will be right back. We'll do that next year. We'll do all that fun stuff and get it set up for next football season and figure it out with when we get Streamlabs and get more fancy with our 2nd official year on YouTube. It'll be still the 1st year, but the 2nd year of football. But I'm just going to go grab a drink real quick. I will be right back. Let Derek, the mentally unstable sponge, entertain you while I'm gone. Okay. Whoa, scoreboard. Whoa, whoa, scoreboard. Whoa, stay here, scoreboard. Oh, yeah, in between plays. I got you, Liz. All right, we've got our favorite drink, Baja Blast, right here. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Nugget always borks when I open up the door. He always is like, "Who's intruding? Who's intruding on our house?" What's up, Lane? Welcome back. Good to see you. 12:18 left in the 4th quarter. 31-27. Rams now have the football. Ball's at the 10-yard line. 12-18 left in the fourth quarter. Puka Nakua in motion. First and 10 handoff to Corum. Corum's going to get a good gain here out to the 20. Automatic first down. Oh man, we got ourselves a good finish here, everybody. 12 minutes left in the fourth. I'll try to keep the mic further away from me so that it doesn't pop if I yell too loud. Sometimes the mic does that. 11:50 left in the fourth quarter. Clock is ticking. First and 10 after a 10-yard gain for Corum. The 12th man on their feet, loud. They're probably in the silent count right now. Stafford looking to throw, checks it down to Corum again. Corum's got a first down and more. He's going to get down to the 36-yard line. That is a second straight first down for the Rams. Can't count them out. They just never seem to go away. This is the best offensive performance for LA in the playoffs right now. 20 first downs for each team. Very even game. 20 first downs both ways. Stafford looking to throw again on first. Checks it to the running back. It's Williams this time. Williams jukes a defender. Gets a first down. Breaks 3 tackles. 14-yard gain and a first down for LA. Impressive plays to start the game, to start this drive. 3 straight first downs for LA. Seahawks defenders falling all over themselves. Stafford also got hit late. That could have been a penalty. They got to be careful hitting him after he's released the football. He's an older veteran quarterback. He's earned the flag, so he might get it more times than not. 10:40, clock is stopped. Injured player on the field was number 42 for Seattle. Today, there haven't been injuries on really either side where the player has been down on the field. Luckily, this guy walks off as well. So we still do not have a guy down on the field. Next commercial break is going to be a P for the D. Because I got to pee like a racehorse. Holy crap. I haven't peed the whole game. Should have done that when I left there, but the game came back on. 10:30 left in the fourth. Stafford fakes the handoff, rolling out to the right side. He's going to throw deep downfield. He's got a man. It's overthrown. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. He was going for broke on that one, trying to catch the defense sleeping. They're showing the mistakes earlier, the muff punt by Smith. The next play led to a Seattle touchdown to Bobo. Then they're showing the taunting by Woolen. The next play led to a touchdown by Nakua. It was literally the exact thing they needed to even the game out. Now we're basically all square again because of that. We're even, all square, even Stevens. All at the 49 of the Rams. Rams drop back. Stafford looking to throw. Checks this one to Parkinson for a first down and more. Down to the 36 of the Seahawks. 10 minutes left in the fourth, clock ticking. Next snap will happen around 9:45 in the game. 9:45 left, about the time we'll get the next snap. $9:50. Clock is ticking. They're running the play call through to the offense. 9:45, 9:44, 9:43. Waiting for the first snap here. 1st and 10 from the 35 of the Seahawks. Going to throw another short one to Corum, but the open field tackling finally good there. Iomanor, the guy that was going at it with Woolen on the sideline. They do high five after that play. Good sign of maturity by both players a little bit. 2-yard gain. Good open field tackle by Iomanor. And right now they're looking like they could at least get 3 on this drive. They're in the range of Mevis after moving the ball. The open field tackling's been rough on this drive for Seattle. Dropping back to pass. Stafford's going to keep checking it down. This is Corum again. It's working. It's a 6-yard gain. Making that 3rd and 2. 8:30 left in the fourth quarter right now. It's the 3rd and 1 they're calling it. Here's a big play. Will the drive keep going? Stafford now has 318 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. He's dropped back 28 times. He's been pressured 7, sacked once. Dropping back. Going to throw this football. It's caught by, oh, Parkinson dropped it. He had it and dropped it. Going to be 4th and 1 for LA. They might go for this one, though, but if you kick it and make it, it's a 1-point game. I would take the points here, but they might be aggressive and then force their team, if they don't make it, to have to get a touchdown again. I feel more confident than I was watching the Broncos game, with the Broncos doing the same thing. That if the Rams do it and fail, their offense is much more explosive to go get it if they need to get a touchdown later. They are going for it, staying on the field. It's 4th and 1. Ball's at the 26 of the Seahawks. Snap is taken. Oh, Stafford trying to throw it. He's trying to run, and he's going to get the first down. A 2-yard gain for the Rams. Stafford, the slowest quarterback in the NFC West, is going to get the first down. The old man gets it done. Old man as far as like NFL athletes are concerned. Looked like it might have been a sack. Zero couldn't bring him down, and he gets the first down. That was Lawrence, who was all over him, ripped off his hand warmer even. That's not flag football, Lawrence. You got to tackle the whole guy. You can't just rip off his warmer. 7:30 left in the fourth quarter. Stafford handing this ball off this time. He's going to lose a yard there. Flag is down, and that might be going backwards. This game is getting really crazy. Here at the end, might have a good finish. Wait for the flag, probably on the offense. Oh, offside defense. 5-yard penalty, first down. Hello, Eskimo. You look like an Eskimo. It is 8 degrees outside, yeah. My wife looks like an Eskimo right now. That handle's been loose since we've lived here, honey. Have you just figured that out? We've lived here for 2 years. That door does not shut. All right, 7:15 left in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 5. The ball's now at the 19 of the Seahawks in the red zone. Fake handoff. Look, they were trying to do a screen. It's going to be a shovel out to Nakua now. So many options, and they get the first down again. A 7-yard shovel. Will that be a toss and a run for Nakua or a pass? This was originally a screen to the left. The play was broken down. Stafford, being a smart quarterback, didn't throw it, then tried to run, then said, nope, screw that, and he tossed it to Nakua on the right. And it worked and got a 7-yard gain and a first down. That's the joy of watching Matthew Stafford play football. He's got the brains. He's such a smart quarterback. That's one of the most amazing things about watching veterans that are, they don't make them like Stafford anymore. Guys like this go at it. Stafford throwing, check down to Nakua. On 1st and 10, he's going to get a pass completed to the middle. It is 2nd down. Second down and 4 for Puka. It's 3 degrees in Iowa. You're 5 degrees less than us. We are under 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. A big 2nd and 4 coming here. Stafford is now 20 of 30 for 330 yards. This drive, 7 of 9 for 65 yards. Handoff to Williams. He's going to get no gain. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Making it 3rd and 4. This game is making my neck tighten up. Need to massage my neck. 5:20. Clock ticking. Next snap will happen at around 5:10 left in the fourth quarter. Stafford in the gun. Williams to his left. Ball's at the 6. First down markers at the 2. It's 3rd and 4. Stafford takes it, looking to find somebody. Can't find anybody. Checks it to the right side, incomplete. And it's 4th and 4, intended for Mumfield. Witherspoon on defense. The defense is bending but not breaking. Will they go for it or kick it? They went for it already once on 4th down. Are they going to go for it again? This has been a wild roller coaster of a game between two great football teams. This is a really good NFC championship to have between two of the best in the NFC. Technically, the two best in the NFC because they're in the championship game. But Stafford looking to throw on 4th and 4. They're going for it. Throw to the end zone. Almost intercepted. It is incomplete. And that's a turnover on downs after a long drive by LA. This defense bent. They did not break. They get the stop on 4th down, and they get the ball back on offense. Witherspoon had an interception almost even. That is a frustrating drive for LA fans. And they are going to commercial break as we get the turnover on downs. Seahawks get the ball when we get back. What an exciting drive. I mean, really good. It looked like the Rams were about to take the lead there. Everyone in Seattle's hearts were pounding there. Everyone in LA's hearts were pounding. Probably why I never heard of him. Watched the bull. Not into watching bullfighters. Currently 27 degrees feels like 21 where you are. I love bull riding. I used to watch bull riding with my granddad down in Texas. It's a fun sport to watch. I like it. Well, we're on commercial break, guys. Let's try to settle down for a second. Let's just bring it down a second. What do you guys think of the chicken nuggets for Taco Bell? Also, I just saw Derek's name flash through this Taco Bell commercial. Derek, did you get sponsored by Taco Bell? Did Derek the Sponge get sponsored by Taco Bell? I think he might have. I think he might have because his name just flashed. The DEREK just flashed on the screen. What do you guys think of the chicken nuggets at Taco Bell? I haven't had them yet. I don't know. I don't go to Taco Bell for chicken nuggets. I feel like if you go to Taco Bell for chicken nuggets, like kind of wasting your time. But that volcano burrito that came out of Taco Bell, I kind of went a little bit crazy on that one. I had 5 of them in the span of 2 days. I ordered 2, and then the next day I ordered 3, and I ate all of them. Let's just say that I enjoyed myself. The volcano taco was like my favorite thing that was ever there at Taco Bell, and that volcano burrito was really good. What's going on? There's snow on the patio, so your feet are all wet. Oh, okay. Gotta get a towel for the dog because his feet are wet because of the snow. BK is not better, Rex. That is, as the kids say, straight cap. BK is not better than Taco Bell. Yeah, Kate said FBK. Yeah, that was great coverage by Seattle on that 4th down play. Not a single person was open. And that's the worst nightmare on 4th down. No one being open. McVay was running down the sideline, possibly trying to get a timeout off. All right, 4:54 left. The Seahawks have the ball at the 6. After the turnover on downs, the winner will advance to Super Bowl 60 to take on the New England Patriots. And off here is going to go for a short gain, Kenneth Walker. You get a couple first downs here. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks can win this game if they can sustain a drive. It's 2nd and 6 now after that first run. They're going to take their time. 4:30 left in the 4th quarter. 20 seconds. Clock is ticking on the play clock. They're going to let this whittle down to under 10 seconds. Darnold is going to fake the handoff, looking to throw on 2nd. Caught by Walker on a pass to the left side. He breaks 2 tackles. He breaks a 3rd tackle. Big gain to the 25-yard line and a first down for Kenneth Walker III. And that's going to take us to 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. The clock is still moving. Walker made two people miss and then stiff armed the third guy for a first down. Nugget loves the snow. It's his favorite weather. He loves it when it's snowy. He loves being outside, but he loves the snow the most. That's crazy. There are taco restaurants like sushi selling tacos. Yeah. A sushi restaurant can sell fish tacos probably, and I'd be okay with that. Sushi tacos. Hand off to Walker going for 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Rams are going to call their first time out a little bit early here. Just kind of want to slow the game down. They want to take the time out. The Super Bowl is at Levi's Stadium. I think so. In California. That's what I think at least. Yeah, so Tom Brady right now talking about how he's happy for the Patriots and Mike Vrabel, his former teammate, making it to the Super Bowl here with the Patriots. First time for him with the Patriots, but it's going to be a good Super Bowl matchup with if the Seahawks defense up against that Patriots defense. If it ends up being Seahawks, that's going to be an amazing defensive battle. And I feel like the Seahawks have the edge because of their offense being better than the Pats' offense. That's just how I feel. Uh, and I think that that's going to be a Seahawks victory, but you never know. Throwing deep to the right side is Darnold, and that should have been pass interference. Lake got there early. Going to be 3rd and long. Lake pushed the receiver before the ball got there. Shaheed was wide open. I was just like your Shih Tzu. Does the Nug Man have an iconic Shih Tzu underbite? Yes, he does. He does have the underbite. He's got a good little underbite, like a good boy. He's a cute guy. Third and 8. Ball at the 28-yard line. This is a big third down. You get a whistle and a timeout, Seattle now. Now the crowd is booing, probably still booing the refs. Because Seattle is not a crowd that boos their team. They aren't Chicago or Philadelphia. They don't boo their own team. They boo the refs. Liz does not like Tom Brady, guys. All right, we have 381 views so far on the stream. We have 15.8 watch hours. So we'll probably end up with about 20, and that's going to put us at about 180 watch hours to monetization or less. We could be at about 160 after today. We'll have to check in the next few days when it updates. We're getting closer and closer, guys. We're on a commercial break right now, everybody, just so you know. If you're in here, just checking out the stream, commercial break right now. We're heading back in after the timeout. Seahawks have the ball on a 3rd and 8 once we get back from the commercial break. Or Dallas, they boo the Cowboys. Then again, who doesn't? Does Dallas boo the Cowboys? I feel like they don't really boo them that much, but I feel like they were bad enough this year to get booed. So that would make more sense a little bit to me. But yeah, we're waiting for the commercial break, but right back here shortly, guys. Other than that, we're just doing the play-by-play for this game. But Seattle, this is a big deal. If they don't get the first down, you give the Rams the ball back. If the Rams manage to score a touchdown, which since they didn't go for points, that's a huge deal. The aggressiveness of coaches, like I said, costing their team seasons. You kick the field goal there, then get a stop on defense. You suddenly just need a field goal with your automatic kicker to win. Now you got to get a touchdown no matter what, because you've forced yourself to do that by failing on 4th down and going for gold. Broncos cost themselves the season by not kicking a field goal going up 10-0 earlier. Who knows if they would have won? They might not have still in overtime in a 10-10 game with that snowstorm that hit here in Denver. But at the same time, like, you just can't keep killing your teams with all this aggressive play calling. Like, you got to be smart at certain points and take the points. At the end of the day, Coaches who do that are probably going to end up winning the games more than the coaches who are aggressive. All right, got to head back out from the commercial break. 3:20 in the fourth quarter. Big 3rd and 8 coming up here. This play is gigantic because there's only 2 timeouts for each side now. Find your best player, go to your best play right here. It is 3rd and 8. Milani next to Darnold in the gun. Slightly moves Cup, takes the snap, trying to find somebody, throws to Cup. Cup catches it, reaches to the first down marker, and fumbles as he hits the ground. I think they're going to call him down by contact. I believe that they're also saying he got the first down. They may have to measure this. They're saying first down on the reach, but it looked like he was short. Cooper Kupp on a big catch, hurting his former team and potentially eliminating him from the playoffs here. What a story that would be. They let him leave, or he just chose to go to Seattle in free agency. I don't remember if he was traded or what happened there, or if he just went there in free agency. But Kupp is just one of those guys, man. What a great receiver he is. Still getting older now, but still a really good receiver. Let's see if his reach makes it. I don't think he made it on what I was seeing. Oh, yeah, it looked like he got it actually on the very last second. And then fumbled after his back hit the ground. That might be a first down for Seattle here. We'll be listening. Had to plug in the phone. Dang, short charging cord. No worries, Liz. John McVay may want to challenge this, but it looks like the final reach got the first down. The Rams only have 1 timeout from what the telecast is showing right now. I'm not sure when that second timeout was called. It's close. I don't know if it's close enough for you to be able to overturn this call. It has to be irrefutable evidence, right? That's the rule. The Rams have 1 timeout now, and that's a first down for Seattle. You got the ball at the 35, 3:11 left in the game. Only 1 timeout left for the Rams now. They're going to hand this off to Walker. Walker's not going to get anything because they're swarming him. Now the Rams will burn their final timeout, 3:05. The final stoppage of the clock is going to happen in a couple plays at the 2-minute warning now. And you're in a position at this moment now where a first down ends the Rams season. A first down will end the season for the Rams if it happens after the 2-minute warning. I'm assuming the next play or two will take you to the 2-minute warning. It's up to this defense to make the stop. Otherwise, their season is done. .305 left in the fourth quarter for the Seahawks. Darnold has given his offense the play, and they're moving up to the line. He's going to go under center. He's got the running back. It's Holani in the background. Shahid in motion. Takes the handoff. Looking to throw this football. Passes it to Shahid. Passes it to Njigba. It's caught. That's a first down. Seattle with the first down. The clock is ticking. Now you get one more running play. That's the 2-minute warning. And now a first down ends the Rams season and the game. And Seattle just doing exactly what they need to do right now. They could end the game on this drive. And it looks like they might be able to do so. It just takes one more first down, man. One more first down. They rule him down inbound, so the clock will keep ticking. There are whistles now. The refs are deliberating. The refs are talking about it right now. The crowd is booing. I wonder if they're going to adjust the clock and say he went out of bounds. The runner stepped out of bounds. They're resetting the game clock to 3 minutes. They're not going to keep it ticking. They are saying that he did go out of bounds before he went down. All right, 3 minutes left. This is still a first down for Seattle. They're going to run a couple plays, and then we're going to have a 2 minute warning commercial break, most likely. And then a big third down. I mean, there's still a chance that saves them a ton of time. The Rams, if there's a first down made here, Seattle is going to win this game, I feel like. You don't give the ball back, this game's obviously over. Darnold hands the ball off to Walker. Walker gets a few yards, and he is going to go down. The next snap will happen around 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, and that will take us to the 2 minute warning. They're taking their time to run this play. This will definitely be a running play. This is a definite running play. Take it to the 2 minute warning. And then I'm assuming after the commercial break, when the 2 minute warning commercial break happens, they're going to be deliberating on the best pass play possible to get a first down. After that pass play, you either take handoff. They're going to pass here, actually, and it's incomplete, and there's a flag down. What is this flag? They did not run the ball for the 2 minute warning. They could bail the Rams out here unless the flag's on the Rams. What's this flag? Before the pass was thrown, holding on the defense. It's an automatic first down and a 5-yard penalty for Seattle to get the first down. Wow. I don't. I think that regardless of if they kick the field goal or not in this game, Auburnator, I just don't think it matters because the Seahawks just kept the ball the whole time regardless. So it doesn't matter. I feel like if it was a 1 point game or a 4 point game, you'd loved it to. I'd rather it be a 1 point game if I'm the Rams right now, in case you get the ball back with no time. It's a better decision for you to have if you have like 30 seconds or 20 seconds to go potentially kick a field goal. But I feel like the Seahawks aren't going to give them the ball regardless. This game is over regardless, I think. And Kenneth Walker grinding for 7 yards, pushing the entire pile down to the 2 minute warning. It's 31-27, and we're at the 2 minute warning commercial break. There will, at the minimum, be 2 more plays after this break that will take it to 1 minute and 20 seconds and then 40 seconds, respectively. If they were to get a stop, there would then be a potential long kick from Myers at this point where they're out on the field to make it a 7 point game. But then that would leave about 40 seconds left for Stafford. If there's a first down, the game is over now after we get back from the break. Hey there, Dylan. How's it going? You're a Bucks fan and you want the Seahawks to win. Welcome in, Dylan. Thank you very much for the first super of the day for $2. Appreciate you, Dylan. You're the best, dude. Welcome in. Like and subscribe, totally free. But appreciate the $2. Helps the channel. Gonna go a long way in the future. Really appreciate you, man. That $2, big deal. Welcome to the 2 Derek Boops. We get Derek. We put Derek right here, and we're going to give him a boop and a boop. Derek gets so happy when he gets booped. There was one time we got a 50 up in here, though. Derek's nose got a little raw that night. He didn't like that one very much, but we're at commercial break right now. You guys are missing nothing at the moment. We are waiting for the final 2 minutes. Will the Seahawks close this game out? Dylan Hale with the 2. Appreciate you, good sir. Check out the channel. We've been doing this for 5 months, and we're super happy to have you here. So you got 250s back to back. Yes, I did, Rex. I think that you were one of them. Got a 50 from Mr. Rex and got a 50 from Liz. That was a crazy day. The first day we had supers unlocked. That was like a month ago, I think, actually. Once we get back from this commercial break, the first down ends the game for Seattle, or it takes us down to roughly 40 to 35 seconds left for Matthew Stafford and the Rams with no timeouts. It's looking pretty good for Seattle right now. But they're at about second and what does the scoreboard say here? Second and 4? I was about to say second and 3 or 4 after that last strong run by Walker. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this. This is our first year here on the YouTube channel here, our sports YouTube channel on the NFL. We're happy to have you here. We've been going for 5 months. They're showing the NFC Championship trophy right now. Will they be presenting it to the Seahawks? Seattle still has 2 timeouts remaining. The Rams have none. All right, here we go. Second and 4. Darnold coming up under center. Walker in the backfield, they're just going to give it to him. It looks like they're going to run to the left side too. Coming in heavy. Rams defense all over it. He's going to lose 2 yards. They can't stop the clock. This will take us to 1 minute, 20 seconds around when the next snap is going to happen. They're definitely going to hand this off again. This is the smart move. Don't pass the football. Just be smart. Into the game. Sam Darnold, man, cut by the Vikings, could be headed to the Super Bowl the next year with a completely different team. First year with the Vikings went 14-3, then lost in the first round. Second year with first year with a completely different team again for the second straight year. Takes him to the NFC Championship, maybe NFC champion for the first time in his career, making the New York Jets look bad, making the Vikings look bad at the same time. The team that drafted him is like, what the hell? The Jets just can't develop a quarterback, though. That's their own fault. But he is a few seconds away from potentially winning the NFC Championship with the Seahawks and advancing to the Super Bowl. You bet, Abinator. Hope to see you next season. Hope to see you in my videos in the comment sections. Might be making a Bills video here pretty soon as well, the next week or so. Also, we'll see you next season as well. We're going to be streaming every Cardinals game. We'll be streaming any Broncos game that isn't when the Cardinals are on. And we'll be streaming a lot of primetime games as well. And maybe a morning game here and there on Sundays. It's going to be a fun time. So come hang out with us, Abinator. All right, they did a fake handoff on 3rd and 7, and that's just going to go backwards for a 5-yard loss. Darnold gets knocked backwards, so that means there's going to be about 20 seconds left for the Rams. They're going to get the ball back. Defense got the stop. Man, that was Fisk right there. Broke right through to Darnold full speed. Made that happen. Play clock has 9 seconds left, 40 seconds left on the game clock. Punter is waiting for the ball. They snap it with 1 second left. Great timing. Hunt is up. Kick it to the sidelines. Going to be a fair catch by Williams. 25 seconds left, no timeouts from the 8-yard line. This game is not over yet with Matthew Stafford at quarterback. Oh, thank you so much, Dylan. You're the best, dude. Appreciate you, man. 10 more bucks from Dylan hopping in here. Dylan, you rock, dude. $12 by Dylan tonight. Hopping in the supers. Appreciate you, man. Come hang out with us. Subscribe to the channel. Come be a part of the Askew crew. We're growing some nice, fun community here. Happy to have you here, man. Appreciate the 12. Give 10 more boops to Derek right after this drive. Be sure to remind me, Rex, to give 10 boops to Derek. He deserves it. All right, throw across the middle is going to be caught, but it's inbounds. Nakua got it at the 30. There's 16, 15, 14. Clock is ticking. You got to get up and spike this football. Snap spike. 10 seconds left on the clock. You got a 2nd and 10 now. The downs really don't matter at this point. You got 10 seconds left. You get maybe one more completion. Out of bounds, maybe 2 more plays total. Smith and Jigba on one knee on the sidelines. I don't know if he's praying or if he's hurt. He might not want to watch. He might be praying. Dear Lord, please. Dear Lord, baby Jesus. Please just don't let Stafford pull off a miracle here. All right. 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Can the new Legion of Boom Get the job done. Timeout called by Seattle before the play. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay. We got 10 viewers in here right now. Liking and subscribing is free. Welcome into the channel. Happy to have you here. What's up, Derek? I mean, Slovakia. How you doing? Matt Stafford can absolutely win it. Yeah, definitely. Boop Derek 10 times. Here we go, Derek. Before the next play, while the timeout's on, we do boop, 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 boop. Derek just got booped. We're going to need a fun graphic next year for that, too, on Streamlabs for Derek and for Nugget and for Steve, the 8 ball as well. We're going to need that. Okay, timeout's over. Stafford in the gun. Everyone's going to run straight down the field. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5 throw. It's caught, and Nakua caught the football and got out of bounds with 2 seconds left. They're saying he's in bounds. The clock keeps ticking. The game is over. Seattle has won. Nakua thought he got out of bounds. I wonder if they'll review this really quickly. The Seahawks are all over the field celebrating. It looked like Nakua had gotten out of bounds possibly, but they say he fell inbounds. They keep the clock ticking. The last 2 seconds are gone, and this game is over. Let's take a look at the play. Nakua's knee and shin did get it down inbounds first. He didn't reach far enough to get out of bounds. This game is over. The game is over. The Seattle Seahawks will be taking on the Patriots for the first time in a rematch since 2014 in the Super Bowl in the infamous 1-yard pass from Russell Wilson that was intercepted by Malcolm Butler. That game the Seahawks should have won. The Seahawks, I think, are going to pull this one off and win the Super Bowl. Seahawks fans, I hope you're feeling good right now because I feel like your offense and your team overall is better than the Patriots. You'll have to go win that game fair and square, but they are moving on. The Rams have been eliminated. Man, Seahawks 27-13. Yep, booped him. I booped him. That was a close game, guys. Party time, party time. Final, you got the final on the scoreboard down here as well. You got to have funny graphic when we get the rare Kate cameo, like her yelling at you or something. I'll have all sorts of fun stuff, guys. I'm going to get Streamlabs up for next year. Everyone be on the lookout. Go check out my videos on the channel. The Stroud video is popping off right now. The Stidham video did pretty well. It hilariously stopped at 420, and considering it's a Broncos video, I thought it was fitting because we're, Denver, marijuana, blah, blah, blah. That was a great game again. I think, the Rams and Seahawks, every time they play each other this season, it's been a good game. And it was exactly that again. They're interviewing Smith and Jigba, going to the Super Bowl. They are NFC champions, Seattle. Seattle fans, they had the Mariners this year in their championship series, and now they've got the Seattle Seahawks as well. Seattle, a great year for them, sports-wise. Yeah, Stidham, man. I think it was more Sean Payton for that. All right, Auburnator, we'll see you later. Everyone go watch the trophy celebration. Really appreciate you guys. Go check out some videos on my channel. We're 150 watch hours from full monetization. Every single video you watch helps me get monetized. Let's make that happen, guys. Let's make it happen. Appreciate the super chats from Dylan. He gave the 2 and the 10. We gave 12 boops to Derek. And let's give him a couple more. Just because it seems like a couple want some more boops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Derek the Sponge is a happy sponge. All right, everybody. We will see you in the next live stream in a couple weeks when we talk about what's going on around the NFL for an hour or so. Until then, everyone have a good night. This was an absolutely great game and made up for the AFC Championship game. And hopefully we have a really good Super Bowl. I'll be at a wedding, but I won't be live streaming. So I'm really hoping we have a good Super Bowl. Desi's having a great time. We booped. Steve, the 8 ball was correct. So we were saying that, he was not correct about the previous stuff. He did redeem himself picking the Seahawks in the second quarter. So his wisdom still partially lives on, even though he said, I'm not going to be a big YouTuber. And that's a mistake because we've only been doing this for 5 months and we're blowing up. We're growing. And it's because of you guys, the great community that we're growing. that it's actually happening. We had 445 people happen on the stream, 18.6 watch hours. That's going to go a long way as well to getting me into the under 150 watch hours until I get monetized category. Appreciate you guys so much. Let's take a look at what we got in the chat here. We also need Kate, Nugget, Derek, and Steve member stickers. Absolutely. Dylan already got his. Let's see. Congrats, Seahawks. Anyone who wants to join the Discord as well, click the link at the top of the chat. Join the Discord if you are not in there yet. Where we hang out. We got a few members in there already. Get a few more people in there as well. We're going to keep growing it over time. Hopefully next year, get a bunch of people in there. Because you're entertaining, that's why we watch. Appreciate it, Rex. You're too kind. Congrats, Seahawks. Wish Bo Nix was healthy and we were there. See you in Santa Clara. I had the Broncos winning the Super Bowl until Bo Nix got hurt. Then it went fully Seattle. Let's win the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. That'd be so awesome, Desi. If you guys win the Super Bowl in the home of one of your rivals, that'd be hilarious. Stream has been fun. Thank you for doing what you do. Appreciate it, Desi. Thank you, guys. You guys make it so much fun. Really appreciate it. Seattle, going to the Super Bowl, everybody. We will see you on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with my 3 videos. The first day, I'll be making a video about Broncos Pats. Second day, video about this game. And the third day, my next Cardinals video. Casey will be pissed if the Seahawks win. Poor Casey. She's had it rough this year with her 49ers. Just not working. Not working for her. Beat the evil empire. She will be pissed. Yeah, really pissed. She would be so angry. She'd be so pissed if they did that. But other than that, guys, everyone have a great Sunday night. Everyone have a good week. We'll see you in the comment sections and in the Discord. And other than that, have a great night. Let me exit out of the game here. And this. All right, everyone. Much love. Stay askew crew. We'll see you later. Good weekend. Bye, guys.